last left off, you had arrived in Ashenhurst and were welcomed into the Academy of Scholars under the representation of Calder. You were given a space that you could use as your own and invited to join the Scholar Settlement students and scholars for dinner. It was at that dinner that you discovered the headmistress of that academy, wearing a face that looked strikingly like your bard's. Your rogue was also confronted and accused of stealing by the settlement's chief security officer, an imposing man going by the name of Starkiller. In an effort to dissolve the tension, you were invited into the headmistress' study, where she was very forthcoming with information about who she was and why she looked so familiar. She also shared why her institution's protector had reacted the way he did, and you reached a somewhat shaky agreement of peace. She also agreed to allow the esteemed heroes of Ormershire to use the Academy's library to do some research, but asked for some time to sort out a way to make sure your and her own time were used wisely. You were led back to the dorm you're borrowing for your stay and let alone for the evening. After some discussion about your situation, one by one, you turned in for the night, anticipating what may come tomorrow. Let me just skip this song real quick.
It's a very epic morning.
It's a bit much.
A bit epic.
It's a bit morning.
This is how Vaughn wakes up every day.
That's why he wakes up the way he does.
Yeah, like hands on hips, greeting the world, butt naked. Yes.
My brain went in many different directions with that, and I'm just not going.
Yeah. None of which you want to share.
No.
Okay. Brynn, you open your eyes, and above you are stars. A great many thousand, twinkling away against a sky of absolute black. You sit up and notice you're not in your bed. You smell salt on a chilly breeze, and the ground wobbles unsteadily beneath you. Then you realize there is no ground. You sit in a little wooden rowboat, surrounded entirely by waters that are peaceful, deep, indigo in color, reflecting the distant lights of the stars above, so well it's almost like a looking glass. There is a set of oars in front of you, but otherwise you float, peaceful and alone, in a great sea of shimmering silver and indigo waves, the stars twinkling above. The moon sits low on the horizon ahead of you, but it looks strange. It is a thin crescent, but it hangs not where it usually does. Instead, low on the bottom of the big satellite, like a sharp, curved silver smile in the dark. What do you do?
I'm going to lean over the side of the boat and it just looks like regular water, or it's different?
It looks like dark water. It seems to be a little purplish in glow, but that could be from the light of the moon or the stars that you can see reflected.
Is there anything else around me, or is it just open water everywhere?
Do a perception check.
15.
Okay. To your eyes, it looks like water as far as you can see.
Is this a familiar environment for me? Like, have I been here before?
Not that you can remember.
Lean over and kind of touch the water.
It is cold to touch, icy.
What in the world? Is there anything in the boat?
You have a set of oars in front of you. Otherwise, it's you and the boat.
I guess I'm going to attempt to pick up the oars and attempt to move.
Okay. Where are you going?
At this point, I'm just rowing towards the direction of the moon, I think.
Okay. So you begin to row. And for a while, it is quiet, peaceful. It doesn't feel fearful here. It's just calm. Until ping, 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 ping. Lights start to streak across the air, originating from different points on the horizon. They are deep and bright and vibrant red, and they tint the sky before they vanish into the light of the moon. The silver, smiling crescent above you starts to shift in color. It goes gold, then rose, then second by second it begins to fill with red. One by one, the stars above are beginning to blink out. That feeling of peace begins to change as the ocean below churns. No longer is it silver or indigo. Instead, it is beginning to bubble and boil. A thick, tar-like black, steaming and stinking, so much it burns your nose to breathe. What do you do?
Going to keep trying to row, and I call out and see if anyone's there. Call out for them. Where
So
are
you start to row, or continue to row. As the paddle of your oars sinks into the ocean, you notice that the water has gotten thicker. No longer does it just look tar-like, but it feels tar to maneuver through. Make a strength check.
Seven.
So with your next pass with both oars, you feel the paddles begin to stick into the tar substance. And as you try and pull them back up, you hear this deep rumble and a sucking sound before both oars are yanked from your hands. What do you do?
I'm going to scream for help. I'm going to yell out and scream for help.
Okay. You begin to scream, calling for help. The sky above you gets darker and darker as each star vanishes out of the night sky. The moon begins to sink, and for a moment it looks like it might disappear below the horizon like it always has. But instead it crashes into the inky water, creating a tidal wave of ink and blood that sucks your boat in and begins to threaten to crush it. A great wave of this black substance comes crashing down upon your little vessel, and you are swept up in burning, smothering, thick and choking blackness. It is in the last few seconds where you swear there is no more air in your lungs that you hear it. A soft voice, gently crying. It sounds heartbroken and aching. It says, "Not them. It should have been me." And then abruptly, you gasp awake. Your eyes are open and you are staring up into the bottom of the bunk ahead of you.
Okay. Is my harp still with me? I know I went to bed hugging it.
Yep, it's still there.
Okay. Going to pull myself out of bed. Is it like light out? Is it day?
Dawn is beginning to crest over the horizon and filter the light through your one window, a little shaded as it is by the great tree.
Okay. I'm going to quietly walk out to that room, the main room.
Okay,
Try not to wake the others.
make a stealth check.
Oh no, do I even have good stealth? Probably not. It's fine. Doot. I don't have good stealth. I got a natural one.
Okay.
Oh.
So with that, you start to go try and creep out of the room, and in a probably rather ungraceful display, your foot just kind of gives a little bit inexplicably. And while you don't fall to the ground, you certainly make a lot of noise in your effort to keep yourself steady. And the rest of the party will hear that as they too begin to wake.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna walk
You
it
hustle
up.
out of the room.
I'm just gonna walk it up.
I sort of sit up and I'm like, "Are you okay there?" Like half asleep.
And she is just beeline.
Gone.
Yeah.
I look up at the bottom of Darby's bed. Like, do you think she's okay? Should someone go after her?
Somebody blaster, can it wait 5 more minutes?
Get up and go. Just butt to the ground. We just roll out of our bunk and maybe forget we're on the top bunk.
So as you said, take a point of damage as you collide with the ground.
Oh, God. No, I like lean over and look down at the ground at Darby. And I'm like, "Are you okay?"
I have certainly had better mornings than this one is starting off to be.
I lean over and pat Darby on the head, and it's like novel because I've never been able to reach their head before. Oh, it's okay.
We just lie there face down.
Fall.
Yeah, just lying like face down on the ground for a moment.
It's like Charlie Brown.
And then we will push ourselves up and rub our eyes and just walk out of the room like we didn't just do that.
Okay. Are the rest of you taking your time to wake up?
No, I will slow fall to the ground with the grace of a monk.
Oh, you show off. Of course.
Use my reaction to fall gracefully.
You
I do
bitch.
that normally, like a normal person.
Yes, and then I will reach up and grab my clothes and put them on.
Like that you slow fall naked.
Yes. Slow fall naked and then get dressed.
And then get dressed.
That was a mental image I didn't need.
It's so graceful.
Why are we all sharing a room here?
Because we are like students, we are in a dormitory. I'm still in my pajamas. Goodbye. Which is like
You have
my underwear.
pajamas.
The only thing better than Brynn being followed when she doesn't want to be followed is being followed by Darby in their underwear.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
So, Brynn, what are you doing?
I'd like to go out and find, like, somewhere out there that I could just get a glass of water.
I mean, there would be water left in your room.
Never mind, I woke up in a fright and I ran away from it, and now I'm distraughtly
No,
just
I meant
looking
as
for water.
in the main lounge room.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
would be water and bread and basic amenities to tide you over should you get a case of the munchies.
Well, I would like to look for... I'd like to go get a glass of water.
Mhm.
Stand there for a moment and take a long drink of it. Try
Okay.
to settle myself.
The rest of the party all filters into the room.
Fully clothed.
Fully clothed.
Yep.
Yeah,
Not
I have
me,
to
I am.
emphasize that.
Yeah, specifically me. I can't speak for these people.
All right, so you filter into the room, and the academy as it is right now seems very quiet. It's still rather early in the morning, and you imagine that the dorms next to you are also going through similar motions in that people are beginning to rouse, get ready for their days. What are you doing?
Well, if we're all here now, I guess I'm going to go get dressed. And I to go
Yes,
back
please
into the
do.
room to put clothes on.
You notice that everybody else put clothes on.
Even Vaughn, and that's the real kicker.
Anyway.
You are.
Is one gonna go console Brynn while naked? I don't know.
Vaughn put clothes on.
Yeah,
Good for
everybody
him.
else took time to get
Good for
dressed.
him. Proud of him. Yeah,
Darby was going
really
to
proud.
check on Brynn, So they went without their clothes, and then everyone else showed up with clothes on. So now you're like, okay. I guess I'll
I
go
mean,
get dressed.
you had time to ask, before we got there, presumably.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's okay. I'm just gonna go put my clothes on now. I do have feathers on my back, though, for anyone who's interested.
Finger
Huh?
guns.
Like tattoos or real feathers?
Actual feathers on my shoulder blades.
Woo!
Do they look like wings or just random, like, feathers?
Just weird little feathers.
It's like when a guy turns 35 and the hair starts to come in on his back.
Suddenly back here.
It's back hair, but feathers.
Yeah,
Feathers.
in a weird pattern.
Going to turn and quietly greet the group good morning. The morning group, no. Nailed it. Fucking nailed it.
Are you all right, Brynn? You seemed upset.
Oh yes, I'm all right. Just had dreams, unfortunately.
Anything you'd like to talk about?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And all of you, you slept well?
Mostly, yes. And then I fell out of the bed, but I'm okay now.
I did hear that. I did
That was
hear quite the thump.
a funny way to start the morning. Just Darby falling. Sorry, Darby, I don't mean it, but you just fell out of
Okay.
nowhere.
It was a long fall that I was not ready for, but it's okay.
Apologize if I woke you up on my exit.
That's okay.
Time to wake
We
up
need to-
anyways.
Yeah, we need to start the day anyway, so.
Were we supposed
Well,
to give them... We were supposed to give them a full day to find what we needed? Or research what we needed? Yes?
I think
Or-
it was also to, like, kind of establish, I guess, the rules for us while we're here. I don't really know.
Ah, yes.
I think they were going to tell us where we could find the stuff in the library. Point us in the right direction in the library.
I do believe we were also going to go get our payment from someone.
That would be very nice to
It
do.
would be.
Yes.
That is a very good idea.
Are we allowed to leave? Can we leave this lovely dormitory? Or
They did say to remain for the evening.
As you
Well?
say that, you hear a knock at the door.
Not it.
I go answer the door.
Uh,
Yeah, that would be the normal reaction. Rob's just like,
I hide when the door goes.
resist.
yeah, I don't fucking answer that shit. I just hide.
So, Brynn, you open the door to the leather-clad guard of the settlement. The same short-haired, light-haired man from the day before, who says, "If you're all ready, or whenever you're ready, I can take you down for breakfast."
Yes, I'm ready for breakfast.
Yeah, you know what? All of the plans can wait. Breakfast first.
Is it a
Well,
big
it seems-
thing with the whole entire school having the breakfast together?
Well, it is an open breakfast. People come and get what they need, but not everybody is up in first thing in the morning, so it probably won't be as busy.
It'll be alright.
That sounds good to me.
Well, if you'll just follow me, and he'll start down the hall.
I'm going to run back into the room and leave some food for Irsa, and then I'm also going to go back and follow the guard down for breakfast.
Ursa has made a perch by the window, and she looks pointedly at you as you come, leave food, and then go.
I love you, bye!
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye. I follow as well.
I follow slowly, but yes, I follow.
I follow quickly because food.
I am all but running after this.
So Darby and Vaughn race to be right behind the guard, trying not to push past him, but
like kids in the line at school.
yes. You are escorted
running.
past the dorms again, and in a few of them you can hear hushed talking of people as they come around and start their days. You are escorted down the stairs and into the dining hall again, and true to what you've been told, it is far less packed today. There is maybe a dozen students scattered amongst the tables, all with plates full of breakfast, some of them absorbed in reading while they eat. The buffet table from the evening before has been populated instead with different kinds of breakfast meats, eggs, pancakes, a similar pastry that looks pressed into a strange waffle-type shape, as well as plenty of fresh juices in pitchers. You notice at the head of the room, at the faculty table, you notice Calder and Sanvi are both absent, but the huge, imposing figure of Starkiller is there, hunched over his breakfast, head in a hand, and just kind of poking at his food with a fork.
Somebody got turned.
He looks upset. Or hungover, yes, maybe.
I said that respectfully, like a lady.
No, you just said somebody got hurt.
No.
Well, I am going to make myself a plate and get a glass of juice. And go find this place to sit.
Yeah.
Are you all sitting together at the same table?
I don't see why not.
We want to mingle students.
No. No, don't.
No, okay.
No. I did the college thing. I
Although-
don't want to do it again.
Although if you want, no, yeah.
So you fix your plates
I can-
and find a seat, find a table which supports all five of you being able to sit closely together. And again, it's not very busy in here, so it's easy to do. And you sit down with your breakfasts.
I'll look over at Starkiller.
He has not raised his head in a while, and his fork is kind of stilled on his plate.
Does he look upset? Like angry upset, or sad upset, or scared upset?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Do we want to ask him to sit with us?
No, please, no.
You can't sit with us.
You can't sit with us. 18.
So it's difficult to discern if he's upset about anything because his head is down and it's sort of being shielded by his hand, but he does not seem to be carrying himself with the same regal purpose as he had the night before.
Maybe he fell out of bed as well.
Should one of us go talk to him?
Would probably be
I
someone
am-
that has a better. Not that any of us do.
I am certain he would love for me to go and ask what's wrong. I'm not doing it.
I will go talk to him. I do not care.
You may be able to hear something interesting, but only if you wish.
It's a bit early for me to do the words properly with somebody, so
It is okay. I was jolted awake by the floor, so I can do this, and I'm going to just.
Who needs hot bean juice when you can just skydive?
Off your bunk bed.
Onto your face.
That one.
Okay, so are you going up to the table?
Yeah, I don't understand social things in other places. I'm going to take my plate and my cup, and I'm just going to go sit next to him at this table I'm probably not supposed to be at.
Okay, so you walk up to the table and walk around and sit down. Do a perception check.
Oh no, that's a 8.
At least it's not another natural one.
So he does
I'm not blind.
he does not react to you. He does not acknowledge you. He keeps his head down, kind of supported by his hand, and seems to have stilled.
Is he asleep?
He is absolutely asleep.
Okay.
Awkward.
And as you kind of have this realization, you can hear the steady, almost snoring, breathing as he sinks deeper into sleep.
Oh, he is asleep. I thought you were joking.
No,
He is dead asleep.
I'm going to look up at my friends and just do one of these, like, just like he's.
You shouldn't have back here.
Should I wake him up? I think I should.
There are two kinds of people.
I'm going to nudge him.
Okay. So you nudge him, and it just takes the small little form of contact for him to suddenly jolt awake. And he drops his fork. There's a clang of cutlery as he sits up straight and looks over to you. And you can see for a moment there had been almost a feral reaction to being woken like that. And then after a few beats, that kind of wild glaze in his eyes fogs over, and the sleepiness catches up to him, and he kind of eases away from the hostility and just says, "When did you get here?"
I've been here for hours. You have been asleep for a long time.
Make a deception check.
Oh boy, this is gonna go well.
Okay, that's a 10. A whole 10.
Ew. Dig in the bag.
He's too tired. He has to roll it with disadvantage.
He's
I love that face.
sleepy.
So he also rolled a 10. He
No.
just kind of squints at you. It's unclear whether or not he buys it. But after a few beats, he kind of looks out towards the crowd and realizes perhaps not ours, because if it had been ours, this crowd would have changed. He kind of picks his fork back up and rearranges the food on his plate and just starts to eat. Doesn't dismiss you, just tucks back into breakfast.
Did you have a long night? Is that why you're so tired?
He kind of glances aside to you and says, "Most of my nights are pretty late. I also just, I'm not a morning person."
Understood. I will stop bothering you with conversation and I will just eat.
It's appreciated. And the two of you just quietly sit there and pick at your breakfasts.
I'm eating mine, and I'm just kind of like,
Is he still alive? Are they okay?
I know. Like, like first Darby woke him up, and then just hung out. And now they're just sitting there quietly, and I'm very confused.
Did my breakfast party just cheat on me? What?
Oh no!
Yes, absolutely. I don't even think the new one appreciates them as much.
Don't
And quietly in my head. Quietly in my head, I wish Vaughn was here eating breakfast with me.
Did you say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
If only, though.
Just start softly crying into our breakfast.
This feels so wrong.
I don't like this.
My breakfast buddy.
So the rest of you, as you are watching this, fuck is it? It's over here.
The fuck?
It'll be Brynn and Solace to notice first that as you are watching this exchange between the two of them at the head table, a halfling is jumping up into a vacant seat to sit with your group, also with a plate of food. She is probably about a little over 3 feet in height, a little pudgy, full cheeks. She has long, thick, almost straw-like blonde hair that is braided into 2 little pigtails that hang down here. She's wearing a large sage green robe with black fur trim that seems a little bit too big for her. And she sets her plate down in front of her, smiles at you as you notice her, and says, "How's the breakfast this morning?"
Is it zombie? You can't even
What
tell. I
are
don't
you
even know how
asking?
to tell. No, I just can't. I'm just
I have
talking
a
my thoughts
question,
out
though.
loud.
Not in character, but how the age range is. What's like the age range of the students that we saw last night and I guess this morning?
So as you're looking around, you're seeing all shapes and sizes, all ages. Like there are
Like-
some young teens. You don't see anything much younger than a fresh-faced teenager, and then you also see some gray hairs.
Makes sense.
Jeez. Okay. Harry Potter, except not.
More community college for the magically gifted.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Well,
Or-
it's
Researching class.
it's not the Hickory Cork Inn, but it's all right. The breakfast here is all right.
The Hickory Cork. What's that like?
Oh, it is this
Oh god, don't get me
amazing
started.
hole in the wall
Oh my
back
God.
in Formershire. And if you're ever going through there, you must stop by and say hello. Tell them Vaughn sent you. They'll love you.
Do you produce a brochure?
That he
Like a
made
flyer.
yourself.
One that you hand drew one night.
It's like little
I'm gonna pat my
figures
pocket,
that are
put out
like
my
waving.
belongings,
Just
and go in the room.
Around a giant heart.
Yeah. They're all like the big smiles that's like an upside down moon.
She's nodding her head and listening to you talk and kind of swinging her feet in her chair because they don't quite touch the ground. And she says, the last time I was through Omershire, nothing like that was set up. I'll have to make a point to stop by. What would you recommend?
I feel like I was
Well,
supposed
they
to-
always have excellent. They always have excellent pork on the roast, and you should always get that if you can.
Okay, pork on the roast. And she looks like she's committing that to memory. And after a few beats of repeating it, she'll reach into the pocket of her oversized robe and pull out a book and a quill and scribble down what you had said.
I'm sorry, and you are?
Oh, it's me. It's Sanvi.
I
I
fucking
felt-
knew it!
Bad for wearing Sophie's face, so I thought I'd pick a new one so, I wouldn't upset anybody.
I was fine until they bring that up, and I'm like, and then I get kind of like, oh, we could have just gone without mentioning that, but I don't say anything.
If she notices your reaction, she just keeps plowing through it. and
Make
keeps
it worse.
going.
I just make it worse. Yeah.
To say, if this one bugs any of you, just let me know. I'm sure eventually I'll find one that it fits. Sorry.
I put an entire sausage in my mouth instead of answering.
Why? Why specifically a sausage? There's so many other things.
Okay, like but a piece of bacon you can still talk through. Like,
It could have been
Yeah, not
like
fucked
your
around
big
the
like a
sausage.
whole thing of bread or just
yeah,
fucking
but like
sausage.
we've established that Solace is a carnivore, especially at
yeah.
breakfast. Like
Yeah.
that is
Okay.
one.
All right.
I mean,
So your cheeks are full
Yes.
of breakfast
Yep.
meat.
that's kind of me.
We have no
Uh,
issue. There's no
Well,
issues.
Good. I do kind of shuffle faces every now and again just to keep people on their toes, shake things up for me, keep things exciting. So if any time I pick something that's a little sore for any of you, just let me know. And at this point, she'll also start vigorously kind of picking up that she made something awkward when it didn't have to be. She's also shoveling like scrambled eggs on toast into her mouth and has foregone cutlery and is just using her fingers and her piece of toast to eat.
Not that you are not welcome, but I'm surprised that you're sitting with us and not Starkiller. He looks like he may have had a rough night.
She'll glance towards the head table and just kind of And she chews and swallows and takes a few beats to like make sure her airways are clear before she goes. He's not much of a morning person, so I try and give him space to kind of wake up before I go bug him. And besides, it's a good time for me to mingle with our patrons and make sure everybody's okay and that they're learning what they want to learn and everything's going well. So it's a win-win. He gets to usually sleep a few extra minutes, and I get to say hi to everybody.
I suppose this does somewhat work in our favor, considering we have a few questions.
Oh. Good questions or bad questions? Should we finish our breakfast, go somewhere private questions, or...
Just curious questions, considering you said that we should remain in the dorm for the evening. We were just wondering where it is we are allowed to go.
Oh, well, I actually have some good news about that. I've managed to secure some time in the library between study sessions this morning. But given that you are not Academy residents and are very new here and obviously don't know all the rules you have to follow, I've arranged for someone just to kind of keep an eye on you and travel, and I'm sure you'll like them very much, but as long as you are within Ashenhurst, they should be able to help you with whatever you might need.
Is it Starkiller?
No, he's needed here.
Relm in the background.
Yeah.
As for the library, actually, and rules that you don't know about, I do kind of have a little personal rule with the library. And for everybody that wants to use it, you have to pay a toll for access. You'll only have a limited amount of time before the students will need it for study, and you must remain within eyeshot of your guide at all times. If all of that sounds okay by you, I can walk you over after breakfast.
That's all right with me.
Yes.
Oh,
No one is going to ask how much.
Nope.
that was
We need the information.
That sounds entirely fair, but can I ask how much the toll is? We are waiting on some money from someone, so we're...
Oh, you don't have to worry about money. You don't pay that way. I have little use for gold here. Well, okay, no, that's a lie. I have a lot of use for gold here, but from people in the academy and using the library, I don't want to take your money.
And what is the
Ah.
toll?
Well, the toll is, in order to use the library, and you don't all have to, you have to teach me something new.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
How would we know if it's new to you? Well, I guess you would tell us if it's new
I
to
will
you
be
or not.
very forthcoming if it's new or not.
And what if we cannot teach you anything new?
Well, I guess you're gonna have to go out and learn something, eh? But
Oh.
it's a colorful group of people like you with, I'm sure, many different backstories and different hometowns and, you know, things that you've gone through in your lifetimes. Like, I surely can't know everything. I think you'll think of something.
All right. I'm
I was
willing to
wondering-
try.
Yes, I will try. How long have you been headmistress here?
Well, I'm still relatively new. The last one was headmaster for probably about 50 years. But recently he had an excursion he needed to go on, and in his absence, he promoted me, so it's me now. It's probably been maybe a few months, almost a year.
Is he set to return? Not that I think you're... I just curious.
Well, he said he would, and I hope he does, but he was very tight-lipped about what he was doing, so I'm just doing what I do best. In the meantime.
Right.
It does not really matter. I'm just curious if you know where he was going on his excursion.
I didn't really get much out of him. He said he was headed east.
Okay. His name in case we somehow pass him on our travels.
Sorry, got distracted. His name was Mesha.
Mesha.
He's an old guy, gray hair down to his shoulders. Very powerful, so, don't make him mad. Not that he would get mad, he's got a fantastic temperament. I think I've only seen him yell at a student once.
Well, I suppose that makes for the best headmaster. Or headmistress.
He
He's a
was
good
great.
temperament.
He was patient and kind, and he knew a lot about a lot. Had a lot of friends all across the continent. It's like the borders didn't really matter to him, and he managed to keep good relations with everybody.
And he
Well,
just suddenly
I-
took off.
Well, not suddenly. He got a letter and had to prepare for a journey and let me know that this was probably a good time for me to take over. And, left.
I hope it was not his family saying that someone is ill or something.
I didn't know that he had any family left. He'd always been kind of quiet about any blood relatives still left alive. As far as I knew, it was just me and the academy he had.
You were close with him? Or are, I
Very.
suppose?
Very, yeah. He was kind of like a dad to me. It took me in when I came here, trying to better myself and get better at being magical and get better at. And she gestures at herself, all of this, and he really took me under his wing, taught me everything he knew.
He sounds very kind.
He is. I hope one day you get to meet him.
Well, who knows where our travels will take us next. Perhaps we will go east.
Well, if you do happen to see an old hermity guy going by Mesha, tell him we miss him.
I will be sure to do so.
Well, I will let you guys finish up your breakfast, and whenever you're ready, we can head over to the library. I've gotten you a couple hours.
We appreciate it.
Of course. Anything I can do.
Just before you go, are we allowed? Would you rather us stay in our room except for library time?
Well, no, you're free to go where you like, as long as you keep your guide kind of with you, just to make sure you don't accidentally walk into, I don't know, a lesson in the middle, a class in session, or, maybe a private conversation that wasn't for you.
Do we know yet who our guide is? Like, have we?
We haven't asked.
Is it just the person? Okay. Yeah. So I will ask then. Is our guide going to be someone we met yesterday? The person who took us to our room, or?
No, I don't think you've met them. They've been a little busy and just got back last night after dinner, so.
Are you sure we won't be a burden if they just returned?
Oh, absolutely not. They didn't go very far. They just do some runs out to the port every now and again. I promise
What
you'll
is
like
their
them.
name? Oh, I will look forward to meeting them.
All right, well, she'll continue to shovel food into her mouth because this is also her time to eat.
Yes. I will also food.
I will shove a
And we
whole sausage in my mouth.
Oh my god.
In solidarity.
Yes.
Got like food, like fruits and breads and like eggs if they have them.
That's a full spread, very buffet style, to cater to many different diets.
And I quietly go about eating my food.
You will notice that as you eat it, something tastes not bad, just a little strange. It tastes good. It's just something's a little off.
Oily.
All of it's noticed that?
All the food.
Oh.
Is there some sort of check we could roll to see if we can figure out what would be causing that? Possibly Arcana,
You
maybe?
can make an Arcana check.
I have my suspicions.
I mean, I'm gonna roll it. I don't know if I can make it. Oh yeah, no, that's an 8. Oh.
I rolled
So-
a 15.
I
It
rolled a
tracks for you.
19.
For you, Solace,
There we
in that
go.
you might not necessarily know that this is possible, but for those of you in the 15 and above range, you recognize that this food was magically produced.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Create food!
Mm-hmm. Create food and water.
Yeah. We are intensely disappointed.
I won't mention anything about the food tasting funny because that would be exceptionally rude.
It's still good. It's just got a little snap
Yeah.
to it that isn't quite as fresh as you're used to.
Like that artificial sweetener back in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I still eat it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I still eat plenty.
All of the students here magically inclined?
No, not all of them. Some of them just want to learn a little bit more and are interested in studying one field or the other, be it history or architecture, or they just want to know more about who we are and where we came from, and this is a good facility to give them the tools they need. And for those that are magically inclined, we help them get a grasp on what they can do.
Do you know when we're supposed to meet up with our guide?
Well, I asked them to wait in the library, so as soon as we head over there is...
What is their name?
is it... Their name is Awen.
Awen. How'd you spell that?
They win. Duh.
A winner.
A-W-I-N? A win.
Where is it?
We move up.
Oh no.
If we don't ask, we'll all have like 5 different versions of how to spell it.
I mean, I
in our
still
notes.
spell Calder's name about 7 different ways, and I
Like
I don't
going
know what
back
the
through my
truth
notes.
is.
I was going back through my notes the other day, and I spelled his name at least 9 different ways, probably.
Nice.
Same.
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 Oh,
Same.
like 5, but yeah, same.
I saw one way Kaylee spelled the one time, and I'm just committed to that one spelling of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Like with the C and the Y, yeah.
Mhm.
Same.
That's how I do it now. But
That's
Yeah.
the spelling I saw in the memes, and so I just assumed all truth comes from memes, so...
it's the proper way to
I
spell it.
don't
But that doesn't
know.
stop Google from correcting it every time I write it, and I just don't bother. So, as you guys begin to clear your plates, is there anything else you would like to do?
I'm going to get up from my seat, say thank you for being excellent breakfast company. I hope you have a great day. I'm going back to
Wow.
my friends now. Bye.
Poor Vaughn.
You get a very gruff end to you,
Yeah.
but not much.
At least he's awake this time. Didn't fall right back asleep.
He is awake this time, begrudgingly.
I'm going to go sit back at my table with my friends.
Do you have
Hi,
fun?
Darby. How was your breakfast?
I didn't have fun. He was asleep, and then he didn't want to talk at all, so we just ate in silence, and it was very awkward.
Why didn't you come back?
It felt like it would have been rude, and I already got up and moved my plate one time, and I didn't want to get up and do it again, so I just sat and ate in silence with a stranger.
It does sound very awkward indeed.
It was. This is really not my morning so far.
I gently pat them on their back. So it'll get better.
I really
Probably.
hope so.
You are having a rough day, friend.
It will be okay.
I hope it
At
gets
least
better.
there is good. Oh, me too. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Who are you?
Oh,
Darby.
Yes, this is Sandy.
Oh. Okay. Hello.
is there any way to distinguish who you are when you're wearing a different face?
The robe usually. If I'm
robe.
if I'm serving as headmistress, I'll be in this big old robe, and she picks it up, and it is much too big for her.
Oh, the dark sage green one with the black fur?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I was paying
Does
attention.
the robe? Does it change size with you, or is it always kind of?
Nope, same size every time.
Oh,
I wore a Goliath once. I almost broke it.
they are very
Something bad?
big.
Well, no, we can repair it, but it's just the principle of it. Like, I grow in size, the robe does not. I rip through robes sometimes.
Oh, that makes sense.
But when I'm going smaller, it's not as much of a problem. It's more of a tripping hazard, but not a problem.
That would be embarrassing if you were
It
to trip.
is. It's happened.
Oh no. I'm
I'm
sorry.
very sorry.
Yes.
Oh, don't be. It's okay. People trip sometimes.
And fall out of
Yes.
bed sometimes.
People fall
They
out of
do
bed
fall out
sometimes.
of it. They do. Certainly not me, but people do that sometimes.
No,
I
you
look
seem
at
far
Brynn
too
with-
graceful.
Yeah, that one.
I am just curious, is Darkkiller a good friend of yours?
Very good. He's been at the academy almost as long as I have.
And how long have you been here for?
Most of my life. So, I'd say like 30 years now.
Is he big on socialization or just not at breakfast time?
Oh, gods, no. He would
Oh.
rather you not talk to him, ever.
I
I
like kind of glance. What is it, Darby? Like, oh.
I mean, that doesn't stop me from trying, but I think over the years he's kind of warmed up to me.
See, you just need some time.
It is okay. Not everyone has to be my friend.
Oh.
Well, I mean, just because he didn't say anything to you doesn't mean he doesn't like you. He's usually much meaner to people he doesn't like.
I mean,
Hello.
Yeah, I'd
Oh,
give him some space.
so like how he.
Wait, what? I think I missed something.
She recommended you give him some space.
Yes, you
Okay,
should
yeah,
give
that
him
I heard.
space.
You
Yeah, that I heard.
Ah,
I would be happy to, genuinely.
He should come around in a little bit, but until then, better safe than sorry.
I will keep my hood down and I will stay out of his way.
What happens if he doesn't like someone?
Well, I mean, he probably won't hurt you, but he might just be a little bit, standoffish is a good word, I think. Unless you do something to break the rules here, you're fine. But, just don't break the rules, I guess.
Is he like security?
Absolutely. He's the head of security. I gave him that
Ah.
title.
I see. And he seems to take it quite seriously.
Very much so. 'Cause we're like his family, so he tries to keep us all safe at all times.
Of course.
But he's a good person, I promise.
I'm sure that he is.
Just as I'm sure you're a good person, and that, maybe whatever happened between you was just a situation born of the circumstances.
I hope so.
Well, you know what he told you to do, so as long as you don't break that rule, we'll all be okay.
I still have no intention of stealing anything, so there's
Oh,
that.
good. Then everything will be fine. All right, are we ready to go, or do you guys want a second plate? I mean, it's a limited amount of time I can afford, but I understand. if you guys are
Da-
hungry.
Darby, Sanvi has told us that we could use a few hours in the library with a toll of teaching her something new.
Mhm. Okay. Do we all need our own thing to teach you, or can we do like a group teaching?
I personally would prefer if you all taught me something new
Okay.
from yourselves. You know, I don't mean to be greedy, but I'm kind of greedy.
If we would like a second visit to the library, must we teach you something else that is new?
We'll decide that. Problem is, the library gets booked out pretty frequently, so there's only a limited amount of time I can ever offer you. So I've got this window for you. If you're interested in more, well, we'll talk about more when we get there.
I do have one remaining. Well, maybe more than one, but I do have one more question. Where
Okay.
might we find Calder at some point?
Oh, I actually thought I'd see him here.
Oh, if he left.
If he left, that would be a big problem for us, but
Why? What did he do?
He owes us money.
so we were hired help to get him here, and he has not paid us yet. So
Oh. Well, here, let me take this opportunity to teach you guys something helpful, especially if you're going to be doing stuff like this.
I
Take
feel like I know it's
some of the payment up front.
I look at Vaughn. Not
I follow.
accusingly, just a generic like.
I do.
Did you?
Everybody looks at Vaughn.
I see
don't
Solace
because
and
I've cheated on my breakfast buddy, so I can't. So I just look down at my plate.
Not even with the eyes right now.
Nope. Can't say that I did that this time.
I mean, that's
That's
okay.
okay.
It's actually kind of admirable of you to trust people like that. It's nice.
Not trustworthy.
It is
I
okay.
put an egg in my mouth, so I stopped laughing.
If he has left, then we will just find him later and get the money that he owes us.
Out of character, how much does he owe us again?
6,000 gold.
6,000. I think.
6,000 gold.
In character, I'm not the money guy. I feel
Lost
confident
my pen.
laughing at all of you.
I have standing. I can send him a message.
I have lost
Darby
my pen.
also-
Oh, there it is.
Doesn't super care about money, but like now that they have gotten a little bit of money, they're like, oh, things are much easier if you just have the money.
Oh boy.
Does when I assume Calder sorry. I assume Calder comes to visit on a semi-regular basis.
Maybe once or twice a year. And
Does he-
typically not for very long.
Does he usually bring hired help?
It's been a while. I hadn't really assumed he was a wizard that needed the help. So,
I had a similar thought, and now.
but I've never known him not to do something without express purpose. So if he invited you along, he must have thought he'd need you.
I don't have that kind of faith in him.
I regret not stopping more often on the way here and wasting more of his time, truly, but.
She kind of leans in and lowers her voice and says, just to be clear, it's not a faith in his person when I say that. I'm telling you, I have never known him to do anything without purpose.
I am sure that he had a purpose. I don't think it was for protection, but who
And
knows?
she just kind of purses her lips and swings her legs and looks right at you.
Awkward.
Okay. Shall
I-
Might I inquire about something that happened towards the end of our journey here?
Oh?
I feel zero
Okay.
reason to hide it, but before we entered Ashenhurst, there was a camp outside that looked to be, disturbed in a way, and there was blood outside, but we could not gauge which direction said blood was coming from. Calder seemed distressed.
Very alarmed.
Especially as we got closer to Ashenhurst, he seemed to rush us more. Do you have an inkling as to why?
Well, we were only expecting him as of like a few days ago. We got word that he was intending to drop by. I wasn't aware that he was bringing a bunch of people and wasn't really aware that there was anybody else on the way over. So I don't know. I'm sorry.
Does that alarm you that there was not too far from here?
If I'm honest, I'm more alarmed that Calder seemed agitated. Unfortunately, the Wishing Woods aren't always the safest place, and, accidents happen. There's, wildlife out there. There's also a good deal of bandits that are trying to make camp and take advantage of the travelers. So, unfortunately, attacks do happen. I've never known him to sweat the small stuff.
So something. Good to know.
Is there anyone here who he may be close with?
I don't really know. I can ask around, but typically when he arrives, it's just to chat with me and catch up with us, and maybe he'll observe a lesson or two and offer some of his insight, and then he goes on his way.
You said that Starkiller was from Modicol, right?
Yes.
I wonder if he knew Calder before coming here.
Maybe. I know they don't get along particularly well, but I had kind of just pinned that down to them being who they are, respectively. Calder likes to play games, and Starkiller less so.
I can respect that for sure.
I also do not like to play games. Not like these kind of games. Or those kind of games, sorry.
The kind where he offers us 6,000 gold and then cannot be found.
And then makes a spectacle out of us, and yeah.
I mean,
Oh, we
the
had
spectacle
distraction
was
for
really
something.
the spectacle was more Starkiller, if we're being 100%.
Oh no, but like, I don't know how to express what I want to say. Like, doing it under the guise of needing protection, I feel like he has been entertained by us since he met us in a not good way, if that makes sense.
It does.
I don't.
Is there something... This is only a shot in the dark, but is there something that perhaps he wants here and we're some sort of distraction?
I wouldn't put it past him, but figuring out what he wants is kind of like, I don't know, shooting darts in the dark.
That sounds fun.
It is, as long as there's nobody in the way of your target.
That's fair.
Well, we will have to find him eventually. Good lord, that TV's loud.
Perhaps you should send that message, Brynn. Just check in.
Yes. Ask if he is all right, because he is missing breakfast.
Ask him
Please
if
no.
perhaps he has gone to a bank to fetch our money for us.
I like that. Do that.
Have banks been invented yet? Are those even a thing?
I have...
There would be some banks, yes.
Okay.
Just be aware, I only have 2 of these.
That's okay.
2 of these. I mean,
Well, twice
I
a
can,
day
I
the
can
rest of
only
his
do
life,
this
or your
twice.
Yeah.
Who else do we need to send a magic email to? That's fine.
Magic email. Alright, and it is a very
What is
limited
an email?
spell. It's a very limited spell. I can use 25 words.
Oh, yes, let's count.
This is the first time
Yes.
I've ever used this spell. I'm actually kind of excited.
Yay!
I'm actually going to count for you. I'm curious.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna send a message to Calder.
Okay.
Good morning. We were wondering where you are. We have something we need to talk to you about.
Oh,
Meet us near the library,
23 words.
please.
So there's a few seconds, and then in your head you hear, "Good morning, my dear. Worry not, I will see you shortly. I just had some business to attend to."
Okay.
That's all you get.
No.
Are you pooping?
You pooping?
You pooping?
So in that moment, there's like a light, a very, very easy glow to our eyes as we send that message. He said that he had business to attend to, but he will see us shortly. So,
I
I'm
will
sure
believe.
everything's fine.
I will believe it when I see him in front of me with my own eyeballs.
And my gold.
and my
and
gold
my gold.
in my hand.
Bitch better have my money.
Well,
Well,
in the meantime, perhaps we should go to the library then.
I'm going to grab a sausage for the road, and then I will meet you all by the door.
All right, well, if you're all ready.
Could we perhaps be informed when Calder arrives? Perhaps? If that's not too much trouble. If it is, it's okay.
Sure, I can send Awen a message, or one of you a message, I guess, if I see him.
Random voice in my head.
That's what it will happen.
But maybe not to Relm or Darby. That sort of thing unsettles them.
Okay.
It's true.
All right, well, if you're all ready, grab your pocket sausages and let's go.
I look down at the sausages and then I look at her again and then I like trying to figure it out if she's joking or if like
No,
actually.
Solace, don't actually put
One of my
sausages in your
go-to
pocket,
things today,
dear.
I can't get pocket sausage.
You
I
have pocket bread.
But that's
It's not
different. That's not gonna
pocket.
mess up my tunic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't put sausages
While
in
you
your
all-
pocket. And I'm immediately looking over to Solace going, no, sweetheart, don't put sausages in your pocket.
You
I had already
everything
pulled out like a handkerchief and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Since you're all having that debate, Darby has absolutely put like 2 or 3 sausages in their pocket.
You're going to
like
ruin your
wrapped in a
clothing.
little cloth.
Yeah, like I clearly that was what I was gonna do with my but now Brynn has gently scolded me and I'm like, oh, of course I'm sure lunch will be delicious.
Exactly.
You can put the sausages in your pocket if you want to.
You shouldn't be putting
As you say
sausages in
that-
your pocket.
You do see Sanvi picking up some like little pieces of bacon and some sausages and wrapping them up in a handkerchief to put in the pocket of her robe.
The headmistress is putting sausages in her pocket.
Well, sure. Sometimes I get snacky.
Exactly.
You can just go to places to be snacky.
Yeah,
Darby,
but
you're
not
going to
always
ruin your
all the time.
clothing.
I'm gonna try to really stealthily pocket some pockets.
I don't because I think Brynn is the epitome of a lady. She's the ladiest lady I've ever met.
The ladiest
She
lady.
has
Lady
told
I've
me
ever
that
met.
she's not the-
We don't always have snack bodegas around the corner.
I am going
Me trying to hide it
to-
from Brynn.
Don't put sausages
I
in
am-
your pocket.
going to openly take out my sausage cloth, and I'm going to put 2 extra sausages in my sausage cloth and fold it back up and put it in my pocket.
Don't
I look
complain to me
away.
if there's oil stains that you can't get out of your nice clothing.
My clothing is covered in the woods and the ground and blood all the time. I don't care about sausage oil. I just want to have
A little bit
sausages.
of bird poop.
Your bird is going to eat the sausages.
I just burned.
No, she doesn't poop on me.
That's good luck.
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
I do want to see if I see Realm stuffed sausages in his pockets.
It's
So,
like carnivore bird poop too.
Irsa doesn't want me to have good luck.
Wait, what?
Sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of hand.
Can I use my perception?
Hand.
This will be against your passive perception because you are actively scolding other people.
Dang it!
Like if you were actively
Run.
watching, sure, but you are trying to stop everyone from putting.
I am, it's true.
I got a natural one.
So
Oh, no.
you do see Relm also quietly trying to put sausages and etc. into his pockets, and you just realize every one of them is trying to squirrel food away.
Except me at this
Don't.
point.
Oh
Except
my
Sol.
goodness. We are all animals. You don't need sausages in your pockets.
We are animals, and sometimes I get hungry.
You don't need sausages in your pockets. We are literally not starving. Anyway, it's.
I just
Can we go
imagine
to the
someone
library?
random
I'm gonna go.
somehow
I'm gonna
walks
start
this.
packing up my stuff neatly and putting my finished stuff on my plates like you would at like a restaurant. You know, you kind of put everything off to the side nicely for the server, so that they don't
All
have to
right.
clean it up.
If we're all effectively ready,
Yes.
There was like 5 minutes of stealing sausages.
It's
Taking
important to know.
sausages.
So-
I'm
Well, at
convinced
least-
thoroughly that Darby took those extra 2 sausages for me. So
Yes.
He
Exactly.
didn't, I was going to, but I also got caught.
So
They
Zombie
lost.
begins to guide your party, smelling of breakfast meats, out of the dining hall.
Vaughn, we literally took 2 steps out of the dining hall. Why are you already eating out of your pockets next?
Because he's hungry, and he's allowed to be hungry.
You are escorted around through the halls to the opposite corner of the building, the northwest corner. It's you. Oh, sorry. You're escorted through the halls and approach a set of large double doors. Upon the right one hangs a wooden sign burned in with the words "Library." Sanvi will lead you up to the door and then pivot on one heel, stomp both of her feet, and cross her arms over her chest. And she is a good 2 feet shorter than your shortest person. So she is looking up at all of you and saying, "All right, so the toll."
Oh yeah.
I offered to teach her a song from my people.
Okay. That she doesn't know and will gladly and very studiously, dedicatedly follow your teachings. And the rest of you are all watching as Solace guides the headmistress through line after line.
It is in Sylvan, and I also play the accompaniment.
She doesn't have the greatest voice, but her heart's in it.
That's all that matters. Enthusiasm.
Well, that's good. I'll make sure to write it all down. I really liked that.
Does she know
I-
how to dance?
I am a pretty accomplished dancer.
Okay, never mind.
Do you? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you know how to play the flute?
Not very well, but I've done it before.
Perhaps I could show you at least the notes.
I mean, that's not necessarily new now, is it?
Okay, I can show you a song, I suppose.
You're just gonna play a song?
If that's okay with her, I could teach you a song as well.
I mean, it depends on the song, but we can give it a go.
It's
I mean, if it doesn't have words, I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna... I guess I could hum. I mean, I've already gotten a song. Do something else.
okay. Someone else's turn, well, I think.
Do you know how to? Do you know how to tan leather?
I do know how to tan leather. Also not very
Okay.
good at it, but I've read many books on the subject.
Hmm.
Has been like he has sat down at some point during this and has started writing something down on a sheet of paper.
Do you know how to fire a I'm not that I would do it in here, but do you know how to fire a crossbow?
I do know how to fire a crossbow. Here, let me help you. I'm pretty well versed on a lot of the common things, even if I'm not very good at it. I can read a book and typically get the gist of it. Think more personally. What's something only you know or only you can do, or something that happened to you that, could be a lesson to somebody else.
Darby, perhaps you could teach her your star charts. There are some things in them that I've never seen before.
I could show you my star charts. If
And
you're into like
What?
constellations and things.
I am really into constellation and things. So the question is, where does your chart originate from?
I made it myself in this later. I took owlbear skin and made it on there.
I've never seen an Ascension star chart. I've seen some from Galleon and a few from Article, and maybe, oh no, I've actually seen a lot from Anasia. They do a lot of sailing down there, and they actually navigate with the star charts. And did you know that each star chart is actually a little bit different based on, where the author was when they first created it?
That would make sense. I will show you mine, and if it is not acceptable, I will think of something else, and I will pull out my star map, and I will unroll it and hold it up.
So as you do that, she whips out her little book from her robe and starts to copy it down. This'll do. I haven't seen many star charts from a Slater, and this looks very north.
Yes, I am from very far north. From Misyate? I don't know.
Well, that explains it. I don't see many people from Isyate. Okay, so that's 2 things. What about the rest of you?
Okay. I am very much risking my health and possibly my life by sharing this, so I had to write it down.
Oh?
And he's going to hold out that sheet of paper to the headmistress, and then written down is going to be a braising and seasoning process for beef.
She takes it in her hands and audibly gasps. And she looks at you and she looks back at the recipe and she folds it up and she says, "Don't worry, it's in safe hands. I won't tell anyone." And
Thank you.
tucks it into her pocket.
I don't have much new or anything to share. Other than, Solace beat me to the punch in music, so.
Is that?
Well, surely there's something that's unique to you.
Not that you don't already know.
You could tell her a story, perhaps, about a dark elf sibling that maybe met a kind woman who helped them and befriended them and took them under her wings. It's a good story. I've heard you tell it before.
I don't know if that's really learning anything new, though.
You learned ballroom dancing where you were from, right? Was there a particular ballroom dance from the culture you grew up in?
Are there particular dances in the Underdark that people don't know in the top side?
There probably would be.
Maybe Valil and I have a dance. I don't know.
Do you?
It's gonna out me. If you're okay with saying that there's dances in the Underdark that people topside don't know.
There probably is.
But probably isn't, is there? Is there? Are there?
Probably.
Do I know them?
I would assume so.
I don't know. I can teach her a dance from the Underdark if there's a dance from the Underdark that I know.
Okay, what do you tell her about it?
Relm, you go. I need a minute.
Do you know Thieves' Cant? I know how that makes me look, but...
I actually don't. I've read about it, but finding books about it is kind of difficult because they don't like to write stuff down about it because then it's not as secretive.
I can teach you a phrase, perhaps not. I mean, it would take too long to teach you everything, but I can.
It would, but if you teach me a useful phrase.
Have you a request?
What do you think somebody who doesn't know thieves' cant and would be in a situation where they gotta speak thieves' cant, what should they know how to say?
I need an audience with the lead. Is that the word? I don't know if that's a word. Leader.
Take me to your leader. We come in peace.
I requested yes.
Okay, so what are you gonna teach me?
Like do it?
I mean, no
What is
harm.
the phrase? What is the phrase you are teaching and translating into thieves' cant?
I would like an audience with your leader. That should get you in, at least.
Okay. And she will diligently listen to your pronunciation, and you see her writing it down in her book phonetically, how you say it so that she can read it back.
It takes 4 times as long as just saying, I want an audience with your leader, but...
It does take a few passes, and she repeats the pronunciation back to you, and you have to correct it, and you'll see her make a little note in her book. But she seems satisfied.
So I did it, guys.
Yay.
So proud of you.
Thank you.
Would you like a pocket sausage to celebrate?
I have my own.
Celebratory pocket sausages. That's the quote of the day.
Can I offer you a pocket sausage in these trying times?
No, it's not weird. It's not really.
Brynn, why don't you teach her how to walk kind of very sophisticated? I don't know if she knows that, but like you were a lady, you must know how to hold yourself.
Are you trying to say I don't walk like a lady?
No, I
saw that trigger.
I just mean that Brynn is very had a lot of training.
We're nervously eating a pocket sausage now.
She had lessons that pocket sausages were not good.
Relm,
So
maybe you should just apologize and just
slowly
let it
puts
go.
like their hand over his mouth.
Yeah, just like, no, Relm, wait, just stop talking now.
I don't know. I can't come up with anything. I don't know what kind of dance.
Are there any maybe bedtime stories that your birth mother told you that you could share?
Poems. Like anything.
A ballroom dance you do at like weddings or wedding ceremony customs.
I don't know enough about the Underdark to really know.
You could say you once met a traveler from the Underdark who told you about this particular custom.
No, I know how I would get around it. I just don't know what. Fuck. I'm drawing a blank.
You're overthinking it.
I am overthinking it. I don't know.
There must be tons of things from like the Underdark that she might not know of.
I haven't asked. I should, but I haven't asked a lot about the Underdark.
Just come up with like a poem that your mother used to sing to you, perhaps before bed, perhaps.
Probably a mean
Color
poem.
your underpants.
It's actually a threatening story, like a cautionary tale.
I can. I guess I can teach a poem that my mother used to tell me about the Underdark, about the Spider Queen.
Okay. What's it
Yeah.
about? What does it say? You don't have to like write a poem off the top of your head. Just discuss what the subject is.
It talks about how powerful they are and how they look after us, and if we don't follow the rules, then we're not like we're gonna let our society down, and like being part of their like champions, I guess, is like one of the most high things in our society, and that, you know, we'll sleep well at night. I don't know.
Okay. So as you recite this poem, you see her take it out. What language is it in?
I'd like to try my best to do it in common.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that it was taught to me by a drow that I know.
Okay. So she will write the direct translation as close as you can get it into her book and read it over and kind of furrow her brow and smile a little bit. She goes, "That sounds really interesting. Where'd you meet this traveler?"
I met them just out, a little bit outside of King's Call.
Oh, neat. Seems like there's a lot of drow just out and about these days.
Have you run into a few?
She and smiles a little bit.
Like she sees me?
She's just looking at you and smiling.
Have you run into a few drow?
Actually, I ran into one very recently. Yesterday.
So is that poem good? Is that one good? That one's really good?
It's a great poem, and I'd be really interested if you have anything else you might want to share. From that traveler you met.
Yep.
Well, that's a lot of new stuff in my book. Literally in my book. Welcome to the library. And she'll turn around and plant her little pudgy hands on the door, and with probably more force than you would imagine it takes, push both of the doors open. And it is a grand, yes, 3-story room, the walls of which sort of octagonal in shape, lined with shelves upon shelves of books. There are 3 additional aisles of books that sort of bloom out from the walls. And in the center of the first floor are a lot of tables, couches, sort of study spaces, and workstations. There's a set of stairs off to the west side of the room that ascends to a wooden floor, the ceiling above you. But it seems like the construction to that second floor would largely be the same as the first. So she guides you over to a small little desk just on your right-hand side. And small little desk on the right-hand side.
The intensity.
Yeah, I saw that.
We can take a break right before you meet your guide.
Yay!
All right, so quick little drink and pee break. Be back
Yay.
in a minute.
Okay.
Got some bass going on.
I don't think it's gonna work, but really just for fun, I'm gonna see if my old headset will work. So
Okay.
one sec.
Do you really want to test it? It's too late. She's gone.
That would be a yes.
For which?
Testing.
Oh,
Oh, hey.
Hi, what up?
hey, guess what? It works.
Turns out Rhiannon's headset didn't break at all. It works.
Cool. It's fine. You got a cool new set. Totally cool.
I think I like the new ones better. I guess. I
That's
don't know.
fine.
Whatever.
Whatever you want to use, man. Oh, I almost
never
knocked
bad.
a water bottle everywhere.
There's nothing wrong with having two headsets.
Back up.
You have two that work. I have two that don't. That is the balance of life.
Oh my god.
Perfectly balanced.
I'll give you my old one, but the thing is kind of bent, so I don't know if it'll last forever.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. Okie dokie. So we're all back.
No, we're missing Laura.
No,
We're missing Laura. I mean, she can hear. I can tell.
she has. Yeah,
I still won't start, but she can hear.
she has hinted that when she goes to the bathroom, she can hear us. Sorry, just saw the gif of John Maroney. Yep.
Mulaney.
Mulaney. Dang it. What did I say?
Give us some money.
We want a gift. Give us a gift, but only if it's money.
It's been a while since you've given us any money. It's been a while since you fed and housed me.
I need to rewatch that. That was funny. Horse in a china shop or a hospital.
Horse in a hospital.
Sometimes it's fine. You don't hear anything from the horse.
The horse used the
Sometimes.
elevator today.
I didn't know he knew how to do that.
How to do that?
And then other days, it's I'm gonna charge straight into the baby incubators.
I'm gonna crush them all with my hooves.
Okay, we all Gucci?
Yeah.
I say, not Gucci.
Let's do this.
So
Uh-oh,
Gucci on
she
the
can't
east side
hear
of the
anything.
cabin.
Her earphones aren't working.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you jinxed it.
Is
You
it
said she
because
could
you
hear
took
it.
them
Yeah.
to the bathroom?
I did jinx it.
Hmm.
Can you hear us? Shit. Uh-oh.
Oh, but we can hear her.
Hmm. Oh no.
Yeah.
Because you took us to the forbidden bathroom.
Oh, there you go. We can hear you.
There it is.
Well, I was just talking to Rich and I was like, I'm surprised nobody's back yet. Quiet. I guess they're taking a really long break. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So,
The giant juice box.
Rhiannon. Who needs a fucking cup when you have the whole goddamn carton?
Wow. That's the kind of drink that someone with pocket sausages would drink.
Yeah. As someone with
juice
the
box.
curtain.
yeah.
Yeah. Just an
Darby
entire,
does
yeah.
carry a whole entire keg on him constantly, so.
That's right.
I mean, yeah.
And if we get a bag of holding, all the pocket sausages.
I'm gonna fill it with pocket sausages. Darby would be that shitty roommate that just
pictured, like-
drinks milk. That drinks
Joe?
the milk straight from the jug. Just straight
Fucking
out of
Joe.
the jug. Just, it's
Fucking
I
okay.
just
Joe.
picture like you're chucking the sausages into the bag of holding and then you can't find them later because you just chucked sausages into a bag of holding.
It's okay. The sausages will come to us when we need them the
And
most.
then they start when they start to smell bad because we can't find
You know
them.
that shit goes bad, right? I was just gonna say, you know that shit
Yeah,
goes
I
bad,
know.
right?
I had a
You just
party
keep
one
it in your
time and
pockets.
we put a whale in a bag of holding and left it there.
Go.
A whale?
Yeah, you did.
A whale. And then when we wanted to torture people, we would put people in the bag of holding. Like not forever, but just
no.
like you want to go back to the smelly whale.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Not a smelly whale bag.
What? Oh, this is a whale.
It was a whale.
Well, it was a whale. No, it was dead when we put it in the bag. Like I don't remember why, but I just remember that that's how we would get people to talk when they didn't want to talk.
You would just pull out a dead whale?
No, you put them in with the dead whale.
In the bag with
Yeah, and it smells really bad. So you give them like 5 minutes, and then they'll tell you anything because they don't want to be in with the smelly. Look, it sounds really bad now.
You're giving us ideas.
It's kind of bad, especially like when we have a druid on our team who's like, animals, gotta go after animals that are suffering.
It was already dead. It was fine.
Might as well get. Listen, you have to maximize the use
you
of a
gotta use
creature.
every part.
Right, all the time we used every part of that smelly whale.
I'm judging you. I'm
Alright.
judging you.
Yeah, it like I said, it sounds bad now that I say it out loud.
Of course, honestly.
It seemed. I mean, it didn't seem great, but you know, like.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
But here.
All right, so you are escorted into the large octagonal. I feel like I could say that better. Library, and
Octopus.
Sanvi begins to escort you over to a little reception desk on the right-hand side. And sitting behind that desk is a rather lithe and lanky half-elf. They have very short, messy brown hair, sticks up, very unkempt in every direction, and their bangs are unevenly cut, like somebody did them either blindfolded or with somebody with very little experience. They have big, expressive green eyes, a little button nose, thin lips, but wearing a modest and friendly smile as they raise their head and see you coming. They're wearing a very desaturated green sleeveless tunic and brown trousers that fit rather loosely. They appear very formless except for their arms, which are very well defined with muscle. Not like bulky, but just well defined. They wear large circular glasses with thin silver frames and just sort of smile and wait for Sanvi to say, "These are the people that I was telling you about," before they look at you and say, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Awen."
Hello, I am Darby.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well. My name is Vaughn.
I'm Brynn O'Shea. I don't know why I adopted that like little fucking Darby. Hanging out with Darby too much.
So
Or Darby.
three of you.
No, I'm
introduce
kidding. I'm
yourselves,
kidding. I'm joking.
And Sanvi says, "These were the people I was talking about. If you could give them a hand finding things around the library, I know they'll be very appreciative. They might even be willing to give you a hand with your next trip. They seem really helpful." And she wears a big smile and turns to look at you all and gives you a big, very expressive wink. And then she says, "Okay, so you have only a couple hours before the students need to move in, so I'll let you pitter-patter and get at her. Good luck." And she's already halfway out the door when she says this.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awen also had sort of reached out to say, but she's gone.
Did
So,
Well,
she mention anything of what it was we are looking for?
actually, I was hoping that you would be able to tell me. I was told that you all had things that you sort of wanted to look up and that I would help you find it within the library.
Does she still have our pieces of paper, or do we still have those?
Which pieces of paper?
The ones that have the
symbols,
drawings of the symbols.
She would have given that back.
Okay. I suppose.
So, mechanically,
Yeah.
you have access to the library for 2 hours. And in
Okay.
that time, you can research a subject based on a keyword, and you can research as many keywords as your intelligence modifier +1.
Uh-oh.
I can do it twice.
Oh, I can do 2. I
Or
can do
2.
2.
Yay!
2 keywords.
Okay,
Two
so
keywords.
it's a group of, readers that take their time.
Look, I'm not reading in my native language.
You're not reading.
Wait, so we can look up 2
Actually, I don't
things,
know
or we
that-
can only look up
You can pick 2 keywords of information
keywords.
that you're looking for.
Okay. Well, if we explain this to our guide about what it is that we're looking for, would they be able to help give us the keywords?
Maybe.
I'm going to tell our guide about what we're looking for, and I would like to ask if they have anywhere that we could go specifically. I'm going to ask about the 2 pieces of paper with the symbols of
hold
the
up
boxes on
The
them.
2 pieces of paper. As she talks about it, I will just pull them out of my pockets and hold them up.
So you're looking for something that has symbols like that? Am I
Yes.
understanding correctly?
Yes.
I think it might also help you to know that they are symbols that are associated with Ryotza and I don't remember the other one.
Oh shit.
I read this before. Don't worry.
Is it Vaisaki? Is that the one?
Vaisaki? Ryotza and Vaisaki.
Yeah,
So-
the goat is for Ryotza and or the apathy warrior, and the tree is for Vaisaki or the warrior of fear. It's
Ooh.
either one.
They both sound bad. Anyway, yep, that's on.
So am I to understand you're looking for a book on the gods?
I suppose so.
Should we look specifically on just rain? I'm asking my party.
Gizrain? Might be helpful, yeah.
For the symbol of the stone that we have.
Well, he's
Which is
the sun god who could also be connected to the champion.
Right.
Claudia. Or if she has a book on Claudia, the Slighted. We're asking for like 5 books. Just give us all of them.
You can each ask for 2 keywords.
We're
Just
eating
figure out
up
what those keywords are.
our very small intelligence pool.
Relm has 1.
Wait, what was Rams? What was Rams?
Gizrain.
On that, I'm suggesting it for someone who is 2.
Yeah.
So what are
I'm-
you using
that
yours
might
for?
be a solid 1-syllable suggestion, so that could, or 1 keyword suggestion, so that could be your 1.
I'm trying to figure out the one.
So we're using
Is right.
Brynn for Ryotza and Vaisaki. Are those the 2 we're using for Brynn?
That's fine with me.
Okay. I'm going to just write this down.
That's a good idea. That's a very good idea.
Key
I'm recording you too.
words equal. I know, but I just want to write it down. For
No,
right
no,
now.
I know.
Equal to our int mod +1. So Brynn, Ryotza, and I'm not spelling this right. It's fine. Okay. What else? And then we want to look up Gizrain.
And
I'll use one of mine. I'll use one of mine for Gizrain.
Okay.
one who's not me should look up Claudia the Slighted.
I mean, I'll use my other one for that if no one else wants to.
Out of character question here, is there like a particular name for like the kind of tomb that we investigated that had the champion in there? Like, is there a name for like those kinds of tombs that we would find?
You don't know the specific name of that tomb. You never actually asked. You know it's in the Ormshire Cemetery, and that it's essentially like a. Is the word mausoleum? No.
That second sending, Yo Calder.
There was little.
I could send, but that's the last one.
There was like little Johnny Ormersire, but I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that was anything important.
It was
No, I was just.
a lot of the O'Dowds were like O'Dowd's family graves were there, but we didn't really ask.
Well, we don't have that information. Is there anything else? Like,
You have 4 keywords used.
yeah.
Champion
So
mausoleums, potentially. If we want to figure out where some of these other locations might be.
You're gonna look up mausoleums or like famous mausoleums.
Considering it, I don't
Okay.
know what else we would.
I mean, there's 5 of you. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1. You have 9 words that you can look up.
I'm looking at
Alright.
something selfish.
I would like to use one of my 2.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, we can use whatever the other one, but I would like to use it for something. Like if I can kind of just off by myself look up something.
Okay.
Discreet.
I was also going to do that, but both
If you-
mine are being used for this.
Yeah,
So-
Well, here,
same.
take one of
Same.
mine, because I have 2, so you can use one of mine instead of one of yours. So that way you have the one for whatever you want it for.
Okay, so I will
Yeah,
do Giz.
If some of you are doing personal research that you don't want publicly shared or lore dumped, you can send that to me privately.
I'm using
Okay.
both of mine for God, so.
Okay,
Another
so-
time.
Yeah, just so I have it in the notes. Is Darby keeping Gisrain or Claudia?
Darby's gonna keep Gizrain. The other one is for something personal, so I'm gonna give Solace Claudia.
Let's see.
There is
And then-
some personal I would want to look up, but I don't think I have the keywords for it.
I mean, you can
Oh,
rough it out. Okay.
what that mean?
As in, like, send me kind of what you're hoping to research, and I
Do
will
you
let
have-
you know if that's possible.
Are
Solace's
you
is
using both?
possible.
Vaughn, you have 2. Are you using both?
I don't. Maybe. If I'm looking up mausoleums, that might be one.
I'm gonna mind link with Darby.
Okay.
I don't know how to put what I want to research into a keyword or anything similar.
Well, by my count, you have 1 last keyword remaining.
So wait, Vaughn is using one for
Mausoleum.
champion mausoleums. I can't spell that.
He has
really
2 though. Vaughn has 2, doesn't he?
And he's using one
He's
for a
using
personal
one.
reason.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I will come back another time.
What is it that you are trying to find?
Nothing of importance compared to what we're doing. It's all right. Besides,
what
we
are
need
you
to
looking
know. We need to know about Ryotsu and Vaisaki, so
Would like privately to Darby.
Yep.
I would like to know how to look up voices in someone's head or a voice.
I mean, I think if you told Eowyn that, they might be able to find something. Like, I don't think you have to literally condense it into a word. Because out of character, I would tell you, like, hallucinations or something like that, or whatever. But I don't think Darby knows those words. So, like, I think if you just tell them that you're looking for information about, like, you could say telepathy, but I don't think that's what it is it? I can't hear you. I don't know if you're talking or not, but I can't hear you.
I will turn to Awen.
Mhm.
And say, actually, yeah. I would like to look up I would like to know if there are any books on, like verbal hallucinations or someone in your head, perhaps like a voice.
Okay. I can certainly try.
I'm just curious, you know.
Of course. So, of the, I can count 6 keywords you're using collectively. We're looking up Ryotza, Vaisaki, Gizrain, Claudia, mausoleums, and hallucinations. Relm, are you publicly looking this up, or is this personal?
It's personal.
Okay. So then the 5 things we're looking at are Ryotza, Vaisaki, Gizrain, and Claudia, and mausoleums. Okay. So you all share your requests on things you would like to know more about, and are told essentially just to wait by the table as Awen sort of trudges up the stairs to go start sorting through those books. You are given probably about half an hour of alone time. Is there anything you are doing or discussing in that time?
I'm sorry, I'm a slow reader, everyone.
Oh, it's just okay. I'm also a very slow reader. I don't read very quickly at all. I do want to. I'm going to blow a lot of 2nd level spell slots real quick. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability for all of our reading that we're about to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give Relm, Solace, and Vaughn Fox's Cunning, so they have advantage on intelligence checks. I don't know if they'll need them, but they've got it now, and there go all my spell slots.
Okay.
The intelligence checks?
You get advantage on intelligence checks for the next, like, hour, I think. So, if you've ever wanted to do anything smart, do it now.
Is there anything else?
I've never done anything smart in my life. Why would I start now? No, I think I'm good.
Okay. So in about half an hour, Awen returns with a stack of books that are stacked in their arms, probably taller than they are. They'll set it down on the table and then say, sorry, just one more trip, and runs back up the stairs a little out of breath, comes back down with a few more books and puts them down on the table and begins to sort them away into like they put the books in front of who had asked for these subjects. So on Ryotza.
Okay.
Ryotza is also known as the End. They are the god of death, the underworld, decomposition. Their titles among the End also include Ryotza the Grim, the Horned One, the Undertaker, and the Boatsman. He is often mistaken for being a herald of the Rot King, but he is actually a herald of lost souls. It is he who escorts the dead to wherever they are meant to be at the end of their lives. He is described to be a tortured individual. He is introverted and secretive, doesn't like to be around people, but has a soft spot for children, elderly, and the sick. He is shown to represent himself in 2 different shapes. He has a humanoid form, and it is that of a satyr, with long, dark hair, dark fur, white hooves, and black fingertips. His animal avatar is depicted as a black stag with a white skull that covers his face. Because of the overall fear around death, a lot of his followers aren't very vocal about the fact that they are following him. Those who do follow him are viewed as morbid people with a fascination with death, and there is tale of a group of cultists that once identified as followers of Ryotza. They were never recorded as doing anything illegal or wrong, but they gained quite a traction, and their gatherings generated fear about what they were doing and how they were going to use Ryotza's power to bring death to the continent. He is a child and champion of Talam, who is the god king of the earth.
Of who? Talarm? Talam?
Talam, I'll write it down.
I missed the next part. Fuck.
It's that 0 int catching up to you.
Yeah.
Of what of the god? The Talam.
It's the god of
Ah.
the earth.
He's a child and / or a champion of Talam, the god king of the earth.
God.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is there anything specific you were hoping to parse about Vaisaki? Whoever is doing the reading.
I mean, that was part of my intelligence thingies.
So after that chunk of information, is there anything specific?
Just anything
I
about
mean-
anything about them, like, storing things in special boxes marked by them. Anything about keeping souls in boxes, transporting, like, something that maybe it belongs to the champion that's kept in a special box.
Make an intelligence check
Fuck. Okay.
as you scour through this book.
Okay.
Bardic inspiration before so you're like, wait, I know I can find something, and I'm like humming a little tune to help you focus.
Oh, thank you. Okay, cool. Okay. Please. Fuck. What's the bardic inspiration?
Hang on, let me check. I think it's still 1d6 at level 5, but let me check. Actually, if D&D Beyond, probably.
It might be D8.
Features and traits.
That'd be nice.
It is a D8, so you can add a
Ooh.
D8.
Okay. We rolled really low. We rolled really
I believe
low.
in you. I believe in you.
That is cocked. Jesus. Oh, I rolled an 8.
Does it help you focus?
I mean, a little bit. It's not great.
It's that soothing lo-fi music to study to.
Yeah, we got 12. It's not bad. It's above a
So
10.
Flip through your book after absorbing the bulk of what it tells you, and you don't find any mention of boxes or transporting souls. It does seem that one of the reasons why Ryotza is called the boatsman is that he is said to approach spirits in a boat and ferry them across the river of death to the other side. You do find a passage that seems a little convoluted in its wording, but you manage to pull out the name Estheri, who was the champion of apathy, said to once have quarreled with Ryotza in the time before the Great Ascension. And it is said that he used a ring to get an edge on the god, but in the end, Ryotza won out.
I forgot how to quarreled, so KWA.
Straight argued. Just straight argued. What fun.
They got to fight. Okay, they got to fight.
They got in a fight, yeah. It's paraphrase.
Quarreled.
Just desperately trying to write down the phonetic sound. Get close.
ARLED.
All right, that's me.
Okay.
I remember now. Anyways,
Nothing about boxes. That sucks.
Nothing about boxes.
Is there? Because she already has this book. Can I suggest something for her to look for in the book?
What are you suggesting?
The tree that was on the box. Something about a tree.
Well, that's pretty much what I was looking for, is the symbols and the tree, and that's like the tree is associated to Vaisaki.
Yep, and you would find numerous depictions of the tree in the book. Done in different styles, from different eras, but it's always the... Or sorry, you're looking for the tree?
Yeah.
The tree is Vaisaki.
Yeah.
We're still on Ryotza.
We're still on Ryotza.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were on Vaisaki now because you asked what we were doing about Vaisaki.
Sorry, my bad. But you would still find numerous depictions of the goat skull, as in the same vein, in different styles from different eras.
Okay.
So I know you're also going for Vaisaki, but I will skip to Gizrain for whoever that is and come back.
It was me.
It was you. So Gizrain is the god king of the sun. He is represented by the constellation of a diamond in the sky. He was depicted as a proud man, war happy, battling constantly and eagerly with his siblings in the time before the Great Ascent. It was said that in the final clash with Mobulok, he dealt the killing blow. He has two avatars. A humanoid one is a tall human man, very square, broad-shouldered, with long golden hair. His animal avatar is a straight golden lion. He reigns over the domains of power, war, light, and life. And he is known as the god of the sun, of power, and of energy. During the Great Ascension, he was said to have championed 3 lesser deities, known as Nulgia the Child, Arin the Summer, and Ulamin the Warrior. It also... I said, just let me fucking finish.
Sorry.
It also says, even after the Great Ascension, he was known to bestow his power on more champions, meant to act in his stead and smite evil wherever it may rise. One of those more known champions was an ancient woman going by the name of Claudia, who was championed after the Great Ascension, entrusted with a golden sword and meant to keep it safe from the agents of rot.
As we're kind of reading, can I sort of be looking specifically if any of the books reference what these symbols might have been used for? Like if a priest used them to seal a tomb or something like that, you know, like if there's any specific usage related to the symbol with the gods, like, you know, this god symbol was used. You know.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. And then I get the fox thing. I'm sorry, what is it?
You get an advantage.
Advantage. Okay, sweet. That's still not great. That is
Feeling really bad today.
yeah, that's an 11 with advantage.
It's hard to sit down and study, man. It's boring.
Yeah.
So with an 11, you do find numerous depictions of that symbols in all of the books that reference the great gods. It doesn't seem to allude to those symbols representing anything more than the will of that god or the followers of that god sort of invoking or showing their dedication by painting that symbol on things that were important to them. It doesn't seem to have any magical effect, is what you can glean.
Okay. And I will be like vocal about that this is what I'm looking for as I'm kind of pointing to things. on the page.
Oh yeah, I'll be vocal about my stuff too.
Oh no, like your personal searches I will update you on later. This is all publicly shared. You're
Yeah, like
gossiping
we're
in your
talking
space
it
circle.
through, yeah.
We're just popcorn reading from our books as we go.
Eating
Is
popcorn.
there anything else about
Eating-
Gizrain you're trying to pull from this book?
I don't know that it has anything super to do with what we're here for. But does it mention anything about Gizrain's relation with, I can't pronounce this because I can't really read my own handwriting, Nelok? The moon god?
Oh. Like the Queen of the Moon?
Yeah. Just if there's any mention about...
Yes.
Yeah, I can't pronounce things, but...
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. That is... So just like intelligence plus... Or my roll plus intelligence modifier?
Yes.
No, it's a 16.
Okay. So from your reading, you can glean that it was said that Ghislaine and Gaylok had a love-hate relationship. Long and kind of turbulent romance that never quite worked out in the end. It is depicted that they both care for each other deeply and would do anything for one another, but have elected to live separate lives. Ghislaine in the day, Gaylok in the night. And it is said that the rising of the sun and the setting of the moon, and the rising of the moon and the setting of the sun, is the pair of them locked in a eternal ritualistic dance, showing their love and respect for one another.
Kind of like Relm and
deeply
Calder.
tragic.
Relm and Calder.
Oh my god.
Don's eyes go kind of distant.
Oh god.
That's deeply tragic. That's it.
Yeah, I've never heard this story before because we don't really talk about gods like that. So I actually seem pretty affected by it. I'm like, that's a really sad story.
It was
It's
no
very sad.
right?
Nayla, I think.
Layla?
What? Gaylok.
Gaylok.
I'll spell it out. I'll spell it out.
I just got it.
They're pulled from so many different like languages and cultures. I'll spell it out.
I don't know. I had it written, but I think I wrote it while slightly drunk because my handwriting is atrocious.
Gaylok, did you mean Dorian from Dragon Age Inquisition?
Oh no.
Wait, We all always need Dorian from Dragon Age Inquisition. Duh.
So if there's a reference that could be Dorian, it probably is about Dorian.
Oh, that's not what I thought.
That's what I have written down. I just can't pronounce it.
When I next read that, I'm gonna read Cheelock. I know for sure.
All right. Claudia. There we go. Okay. So the book actually has a title that isn't just a sort of amalgamation of gods and legends. It's called The Legend of Claudia. And it tells the story of a great and ancient champion of the sun who was rumored to possess a legendary sword that had the ability to fell anything in one swipe. I had more. Where is it? There we go. It was said she was buried centuries ago in a tomb meant to seal her away by the founder of a town called Ormershire.
Oh shit.
It is said that the old founder was an arrogant, controlling, rich man who took advantage of his subjects and worked them to the bone for very little pay or food. And when Claudia reached Ormershire, she took a stance against the way he was treating his subjects. And he ordered her execution for being a stranger in his town, asking questions about the validity of his work and his tax collection.
Deeply tragic. Very sad for this giant angry lady.
It is said that her tomb still stands, exalted in Ormershire as the tomb of Claudia. Some people like to...
There it is. There's the name we didn't have.
Yes. Some people like to think she, even though dead, still looks over the citizens of Ormershire and would come down upon anyone who meant to do them harm with the full force of her ability and her magic. Was there anything specific you were looking for? Anything you would like to check for? Whoever is looking for Claudia.
Solace.
Yeah, what was the one that I was doing? What was I assigned?
Claudia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's... I don't think there was anything...
Does it mention like...
Yeah, you're in a study circle. You can all confer.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, does it mention anything about like what happened to her sword? Anything else about the sword?
So, Solace can do an intelligence check.
With advantage.
With advantage. That is a 13.
Okay. With 13, you do find mention that she was rumored to have been buried with her sword.
Uh-oh. I give a meaningful look around the circle.
Anticipations. We are not the robbers.
We did not steal her sword. Hopefully. I tried to give mine back. Didn't work.
It was not golden. Was it?
I also...
No.
It is golden, actually, but I also
Oh.
cannot kill things in one hit. And I did try to give it back to her in the tomb when she was trying to kill us.
Fair enough.
Take this sword. No, I don't remember it.
Now they're
I tried.
attached.
Yeah, now we're married, so I can't.
There's a ceremony. That's actually what I witnessed last night. Oh,
A traditional Islation wedding.
you want to get
All right.
married? Is that what you
On
said?
mausoleums, there are a few mentioned. One of them does happen to be the Tomb of Claudia, which is located in Ormshire. There's also mention of the Tomb of King Caspar, a legendary pirate king who was said to have amassed great wealth and power and respect in his time on the high seas. And it was rumored that he was buried with one of the... Oh god, where the fuck is it? He was rumored to have been buried with one of the 5 tools of the Rot King.
Rot. Did you say rock or rot?
Rot.
Rot.
R-O-T. Rot. Rot King. King of the
Dwayne
Rot.
the Rock Johnson.
Dwayne the Rot Johnson.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
There is the Tomb of the Dawn Shadow, which is located to the west of Port Zealous. Said to encage a beast from the Great Ascension, from the era of the Great Ascension, that has thus far laid dormant. There is the Mouth of the Dragon, which is an ancient tomb belonging to one of the old kings of Anasia in southern Anasia. There are the Sorsen ruins, which was the site of a great battle millennia ago between Modicall and Galleon, which has since been carved out as neutral territory, but is rumored still to be plagued with spirits and the dead.
Camp Sorsa?
Sorsun or something?
It was called
Sorsen.
Sorsen Ruins.
Sorsun ruins.
But we've also heard that people were heading towards Camp Sorsa, which is in the neutral territory that the book is talking about.
There is also the Arapeso, I guess is how that would be pronounced. Arapeso ruins located in the South Modicall. And it's said to house the body of the ancient king of Modicall. The Maw of Mount Donzela, which is rumored to have less to do with the dead and a tomb, and more renowned for a specific kind of plant that grows within the walls that is said to be able to cure any ailment. And those are the big ones.
I've got those listed down.
Okay, I was in school again, just like, right, as fast as I can.
Was there anything specific you were looking for?
I guess if those are the ones that look like they house like ancient relics or things like the sword, then yeah, that's all I was looking for.
Okay. All right, so the last public study session you have was the looking for information on Vaisaki.
Yeah.
So Vaisaki is known as the Autumn by Callius residents. He is god of the harvest, god of change, god of great bounties, and of delicious food. His titles include the Harvest King, the Harbinger, the Fellbringer, and the Chill Herald. He is said to be a quiet person, somebody with an artist's soul. He's very thoughtful and considerate, but rumored to be shy and someone who found it very difficult to interact with other people. It was said that he shared a great bond with animals and could speak and control them, and found more comfort in the company of creatures in the wilds than he did humans or the subjects of his fellow deities. He's fiercely protective of wildlife, and it was said that of any anger he possessed, it came out when somebody selfishly or cruelly tortured an animal unable to defend itself. He has 2 avatars. His humanoid form is... oh god. There it is. His humanoid form is the shape of a tall but kind of emaciated orc with pale green skin, bald, often depicted wearing rags that were covered in twigs and leaves and spider webs. His animal avatar is that of a great boar. And it was said that if you spotted a great boar in the wild and were not attacked, that your harvest was blessed, and you would reap an unusually high crop that season. There are some settlements in Galleon that celebrate Vaisaki every autumn with a harvest festival. He is also represented by the symbol of the tree, which you see scribbled in different mediums and styles in the books. Is there anything specific you were looking for?
I was just wondering if he has any ties to Ryotza or the sun god or
Do an intelligence check.
Claudia.
Yeah, I guess I would. Go ahead.
Guidance. Fuck. No, wait, that's actually pretty good. Guidance. Yay. That made that so good. At 22. 22.
Okay, shit.
Yeah.
So you actually find very little connection to Claudia or the sun god. He is a child of Talam, which is another, like Talam, the god king of the earth. It said he avoided conflict with others wherever possible. But he was also rumored to have had a battle to have had a battle with Diabolus, who was a champion of the Rot King and known as the Champion of Fear.
Huh.
So they both fought a warrior of the Rock King.
Comes back to the Rock King, but Ryotza is also a champion of Talam.
Yep, they are both children of the Earth King.
Oh god! So we have one box from Ryotza and then one box with yeah.
With Vaisaki, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it also all comes back to this about the Rock King.
It's weird because Ryotza is the god of decomposition, which is kind of rot.
But it is a natural kind of rot. Not like...
I mean, is
I
natural?
It does say that he comes to ferry the people more than force people into death.
You also did read that because of Ryotsu's association with death and decay, that he is often mistaken for being a representative of the Rot King, as you just did.
Yeah. I wonder if I wrote
Um,
that down. Doesn't matter.
Have we found any stories or tales of? So we've read a lot about the gods individually, but I assume there's some mythology there. Have we found anything that about like a great battle or any sort of catastrophe or danger that has caused any of them to work together, even the ones that aren't necessarily related?
Mm.
Like,
Do
is
an
there some sort
intelligence
of
check.
great with
You can do it with
advantage? And
advantage, also because you're all putting your little noggins together and poring over
I'm
these
also
books.
gonna hum and give myself bardic because this feels important.
Guidance!
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna roll my bardic inspiration die just for funsies. Guidance is a D6.
Is a D4.
D4. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna add all this up. I actually rolled really well on my advantage roll, so that is a 20.
Beefiest roll ever.
29 with all of that stuff because I rolled an 18. Yeah. I want to put those pieces together. Put those pieces
So
together.
you are seeing the codes in the air, thinking about all of those equations. And the books all together talk about this one instance that you can kind of piece together, that there were the 4 great kings, god kings and queens, the sun, the moon, the earth, and the sky. They existed initially together and tried to maintain a careful balance as they created the world and the people and breathed life into the soils, movement into the skies, grew beasts of many different type and temperament, and made creatures in their image to inhabit the lands. They shared the responsibility of parenting their creation for a long time, but the longer this all drew out, the more they began to squabble. They found differences over bonds. They wouldn't talk to one another and instead jumped straight to the worst case scenario. They coveted their domains and their creations and championed what they had made over the creations of their siblings. They grew bold and arrogant and proud. And in that arrogance, they neglected to notice the way that their 5th brother had begun to feed off of their arrogance. This brother was known as the Dark or the Rot King. And by the time that the moon, sun, earth, and sky realized what he was doing, it was too late. He had gorged himself upon their hubris and their arrogance and become a monster that they couldn't contain on their own. So it was that kind of drove them to work together again. They set aside their differences to face a greater threat. And the 4 deities bestowed their strengths, each on different champions that they took into battle with them, totaling 12 brave champions that represented them in a long and terrible war against the Rot King and the monsters that he regurgitated from his gut to defend his ambition and his great desire to consume everything. This conflict was said to have dragged for centuries. It drained the deities and claimed the lives of their champions, but in the end, they managed to lock him away on another plane of existence where he couldn't hurt the 4 or their world ever again. Those champions that helped them in the conflict were raised and invited to join the Great 4, and you recognize some of those names. They include Ryotsu and Vaisaki and Nalai.
Does it say how they bound him to the other plane?
It does not.
Hmm.
Maybe we shouldn't open the box.
What?
Maybe we shouldn't open the box.
But which one?
Either of them.
I can attempt, but I think that we should be in a less public place.
Oh no, I said we shouldn't.
No.
We shouldn't. We should not.
I heard we should.
Sorry, no. You can see that Solace is concerned that maybe these boxes have something to do with how the Rot King is contained. because there doesn't seem to be anything else that has been a big enough deal for the gods and the champions to collaborate on to this level.
Or my alternative theory.
We should open the boxes.
No. That is up for debate later. But perhaps if Ryotsu and Vaisaki both fought the Warrior of Apathy and the Warrior of Fear, what if they are in the boxes?
The
What if those two warriors are trapped in the boxes?
I was gonna say maybe all the gods have a box of their own, and we have to like put them all together, and then they'll glow. And I don't know.
What if
If we can all
I?
live in Dragon Balls, we can make a
I
wish.
was literally about to say.
What if I could try to message my mother, my adoptive mother, who insists that I call her mama, but anyway, I could message her because she gave it to me in the beginning, and perhaps figure out a way to ask her about it.
In 25 words or less, so.
And with one spell, yes.
You're presenting another box we may need to unpack later, but go for it.
What do you mean? What box?
Your
That's not
feeling.
what we're unpacking right now.
Yeah, we can talk about it later.
What?
It just seems like maybe you're not very fond of your mom. I don't know, but like we can talk about it later.
Well, I know I am very fond of her. She's very strict, and I don't know, she's not very formal, and she doesn't let me be very formal, and she doesn't, if I try to address her as mother or anything else, she always just insists that I call her mama. She's
Brynn
just...
gives like an awkward laugh, and the rest of
Yeah.
us are just like.
Well, she does look like, when you look at her, you do see that she is like genuinely affectionate about the subject. It's not hard to see. It's just, it's awkward for her because she's like the whole like mom issue. But
Here, hold on. I've got a meme for Brynn. I'll find it. Here.
she just, she's, I love her very much, and I don't want you to think otherwise. She's just a very aggressive mother.
Mm-hmm.
But she's very knowledgeable. She and my father as well. My adoptive father, I guess. There must be a reason for this, so I figured she might be the best to know, but we can't exactly all go to King's Call to go see her, so.
Maybe in the future we can.
Yes, but we need answers right now, do we not?
Yeah.
I mean, you could ask her.
Oh.
It's just an option.
She
I
didn't
can't-
tell you anything about the box before you left. She just said, take this box to the O'Dowds and sent you on your way. More. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. Obviously, it was probably more than that, but...
It was more around, this is the place where you can find your brother, perhaps, or no, not even you can find him. This is the place to start. Perhaps somebody here might know him. Perhaps these people, the O'Dowds, might know him. And then here, take this with you as well. Give it to the O'Dowds. And then that was that.
Well, I mean, if you think
Go for it.
it is worth asking, then...
The only issue
Might as
is
well.
I can't reply if she ends up asking questions as well. So,
I mean, if it's a power you have, perhaps she can do magic as well, can't she?
yes, she's very talented. Very, very, very talented.
Then it's likely she could send you a message too, once your message expires, if
Yes.
necessary.
Very true. Is there anything in particular that we should ask?
Just, I
About the
mean,
box?
just, yeah, what's up with this box you gave me?
Oh, I'm not suggesting this for right now, but have you tried to send a message to the O'Dowds? Not that I'm suggesting now, but
I don't actually know the O'Dowds, so I don't. This works most with people that I'm familiar with. And
I
I've
see.
never met the O'Dowds, so I can't really send a message to them. Honestly, I've debated sending a message to my brother as well, so
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you do that?
I feel like this might be. Well, both are important, but I guess I'm sort of scared too.
Because what if you don't do that?
Mm-hmm. What if I don't hear back?
I understand.
Your mother ever sent a message to your brother that you know of?
That I know of, no, I don't. She hasn't talked much about him. I don't even know if he went to see her before he left. From what I understand, she doesn't know where he went. Because I know she would have told me. Which is why she was trying to help by sending me to Olmashire. So. But, we have a topic right now, and I know that, we can just... I can try to help as much as I can, so...
Would you like to send a message to your mother now about the box, or think about what you might say?
I don't know. Perhaps we should wait? I'm not quite sure.
We can give it some time to think about it. I mean, the boxes aren't going anywhere. I hope. I don't know. They might. I don't know. But I mean, we can wait.
I could try and see what she has to say.
That is up to you. You're the one with the power, friend.
Yes, but it's for all of us, is it not?
I mean, it is, but I don't know. Your own feelings and that. I mean, I don't know. That all matters as well.
Right. Perhaps I will wait a little bit, and if anything, I can send it before we go to bed.
That is fine.
Seems we learned a lot here so far, though. It seems to come back to this Rot King.
A lot of things do seem connected to this Rot King.
Especially this King Casper, who was buried with one of the tools of the Rot King.
I thought that was
Oh, yeah, wait, no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Legendary
wasn't
Pirate
Cas-
King.
no, it was
No.
oh, it was.
It
Yeah, in
was.
the Tomb of
It
Lancaster.
was?
Yeah.
I thought it was the Dawn Shadow for some reason, but
Oh,
it was
fine,
the
so
Pirate
the
King. You're
King
right. Sorry,
Casper,
my bad.
legendary pirate king buried with one of the tools of the Rock King.
And so we know, or I've found the location of that, or general location of it.
I'll have to look through my notes, but yeah, we heard from Calder that it was to the north or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to look.
Mhm. Well, we have consumed a lot of information here.
My head hurts.
The
Yeah,
last time we went into a tomb was not like the most pleasant time, but I still find myself itching to maybe go to another one. There's a list.
I mean, we have a list of tombs we could go to.
Yes, that's exciting.
It's exciting. We could just go raid tombs. We could be Tomb Raiders.
We can Lara Croft this shit.
Continent of Callius, Tomb Raider edition.
Oh, I can't even
Lara
use
Croft.
that. Dang it.
She's a famous tomb raider. Have you not heard of her?
Adoy.
She raids all of the tombs.
We could put the tomb of Casper on our to-do list. If all of this seems to sort of come back to the Rock King, we might be able to learn more there.
There are lots of reasons to go there. I think we should head in that direction at some point.
I do as well. Did our DM die?
She did
No,
the bathroom.
Ah,
Yeah,
Actually, I'm
she's
gonna
going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I'll be right back.
oh, okay. I guess this is just a break. We're all doing a break. It's a break now.
Did anybody else
Okay.
go maniacal laugh?
What?
I did hear that, yeah.
Well, so we have message your mother, your
Yes.
adoptive mother, on the to-do list,
Yes.
as well as King Casper's tomb.
What a coincidence! I also reached out to your mother.
What?
I get it.
Oh no.
You don't even know how.
Sorry, only a joke.
When will anyone reach out to my mother? I don't know who she is.
It's a joke.
It was a joke, yes.
One of those like ask your mother things, I think.
Yes.
It's like a your mom
Yeah.
joke, kind of, but
Definitely a your mom joke.
She is visibly insulted.
I got you.
She is insulted.
I mean, I'm just putting this out there. What if we did? We're in a very and there are lots of innocent students here who probably shouldn't be subjected to it. But what if we did open the boxes here where there are lots of people who know things? I don't know. I don't know.
What box is this champion also asking us to open? She also said open the box, but we have 2.
So, open both.
I can
Open them
open one.
both?
I can either open one or send a
Well,
message.
How about
we could.
I thought we couldn't open it.
what? If,
I can attempt to open it now. I can either
I
attempt to
also-
open it or I can send a message.
now that I'm
I
thinking
would-
about it, there was only one of the two really that she may have been referencing, because one of them was already in Ormershire, and one of them you personally brought to Ormershire, right?
One of one of them we found in a busted up piano in the basement.
That was
We
the
had
one
to
with
use a
the tree.
crowbar to pry it open.
That
Yeah,
was the
the
one
tree
with the tree.
one was in the basement.
Yes.
So
So if I were taking a look
Yeah.
at that at one or the other, I would think that would be the one that we would need to open.
do you think your dads knew they had the other box there the whole time? In a piano?
What is
What
it?
did
Yes.
the box would be mean?
No, I mean,
Somebody was
But it
clearly
just
hunting
seems-
for it though, because Klaus made their way down into the basement. / Pippa was killed for that. Perhaps.
Risky also wanted that box.
Oh, yes. I can try. I can't promise anything, but I can try.
I think perhaps you should message your mother first, see if she has any idea whether there are souls inside of the box that will come.
Yeah, we should hold off on opening for now.
For now.
Maybe we should consult with other people who know things a little better than we do. But, I don't know. A piano seems like a weird place to hide your weird cursed box. I just don't know that they knew that they had it.
What if it was a last minute thing? What if they panicked and put it into the piano? Perhaps Pippa put it into the piano because she had been entrusted with it.
Perhaps. I don't know,
Go for it.
I don't know that they knew it was there, because if I personally were a powerful magical family, I don't think I would leave that kind of thing behind if I left. Unless they had a reason, but like I don't know why they would leave that behind. It seems very. Or maybe there's nothing inside of it, and it's just like a fancy rock or a necklace or something. But like
Are we entirely certain that the O'Dowds left of their own accord?
that is also true. They have been gone for a long time. But everyone we talked to said they didn't have enemies. Which room, right?
Do we know which room Pippa died?
She died on the
That could-
stars.
Not the stairs to the basement.
No.
Okay.
Well, we went to the basement through a trapdoor in the pantry.
Yeah, we went through a trapdoor. All non-suspicious like.
Yeah, it was
Totally
Calder
legit.
never suspected a thing.
Son of a
just-
don't be so bitches, don't be so bitches. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, like I don't know, but like we've learned a lot. I just still feel like we don't know anything, kind of.
I also
but,
feel like we don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
You're interrupted
we're
at this
connecting.
point by somebody clearing their throat, and Awen, who has been standing by for this whole conversation, just
Ah,
kind of
nice.
clears their throat and says, it sounds like you have a bit of a puzzle on your hands, and I hate to pull you away from something so engaging, but your time in the library is going to end soon. We need to clear out.
Yes. Oh, yes. Wow, that went by in the blink of an eye. All right.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. Thank you very much for your help. We really appreciate it.
Of course.
While we're all here, though, what thing was the headmistress mentioning earlier that we could help you with?
Oh, yes.
We do like to help people.
I've lost my place immediately.
Before we
There it
bring
is.
somebody else down for money for helping them.
But if you're going to pay us, we would like half up front, please.
We haven't done this one before.
like,
We are still on this road.
Maybe not mandatory, but if you are paying us, we want half up front.
This is how our group works now, because we're pretty sure we've just been gypped out of 6,000 gold.
You don't have to pay us, but if you're going to.
it is
Well,
a lot
no.
of gold.
I was
Suspiciously.
just going to do a favor for Mistress Hanvi. She expects packages from the port every now and again, and I make a point to go out there. You really don't have to come with me. It's a trip I make all the time, but, you know, sometimes the woods can be really tricky, and Sanvi worries. I'm sure the lot of you have plenty of your own business that you need to be taking care of. You needn't be worrying about mine.
I mean, we don't
I
have
mean-
much going on right now.
We could probably go with you, just for fun.
Is it a
We're
short
great
trip?
company.
Just to explore the area.
Is it a short trip?
Yes. I typically make it in about a day, less. Maybe make it there and back in an afternoon.
All right,
Yeah, we could go with you.
of course.
Well, if you want, I promise if you guys have other things you need to do.
I think we've done much of what we need to do right now.
We can take it on the road. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we can
We're just
discuss
speaking
as we go.
We can just keep
Yeah.
thinking about it.
I can become a horse and not think about anything for a while. It'll be wonderful.
Well, I promise whatever you were discussing, I wasn't truly paying much attention to. It's not my business.
Inside check. Were they really not paying attention?
Make an insight check.
Bryn's not suspicious until they like explicitly say they are.
17.
So listening.
Oh,
Who are
so-
you?
With
That's
the
fine.
17, you gauge that this individual is a bit of an airhead.
Ah, okay.
They truly were out in space that whole conversation.
Cool. Okay.
Like, if
all
any
right.
of you had you thought to look over at them, they would have just been staring off into the distance.
Nice.
Okay,
Like
okay.
elevator music playing. Well, if a lot of you are really set on coming to help, I will just need about an hour to get ready. And then if you're still fixed on going, you can meet me at the east gate of the settlement. It's not far, maybe about an hour's walk. We'll be back before sundown for sure.
All right.
We can probably take care of our business and get ready in an hour. We just have to find someone and talk to him.
Yes, we do just have to find someone.
I will. I guess I will go to my quarters and get changed, and I'll meet you all out by the gate, eh?
Of course.
Sounds
good.
great.
Okay. Now, if you would all get up and leave the library.
Of course.
Staying here. No.
I'm going to get kicked out very soon anyways. Might as well save the theatrics.
I
Alright.
stand up
Dang!
and I go to start leaving.
Thank you for all of your help.
Yes.
Of course, I don't mean to sound strange at all, but where are you headed next?
With you. No.
Well, in an hour or so. I need a few minutes just to go get ready, and then I'll meet you there. I just need to know what you're doing with that hour. You understand, Sunvi asked me to keep an eye on you.
We're trying to find.
Calder.
Yes.
Lord Calder.
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 Going to
Lord who?
I was gonna say,
Lord.
Lord Calder.
Okay. I would just ask that you don't go through any door that you don't be needing to go through. And then, yeah, just meet me out by the east gate, please.
Of course. You have our word.
And they're ushering you out of the
Oh,
library behind you as they're talking.
I am ushered out.
Okay, well,
I'm also ushered up.
I will see you at the gate in an hour. Please be there, otherwise I'm gonna have to come find you.
Of
We
course.
wouldn't want
Please.
to waste any of your time.
We will be there, or we will be
Ooh,
a square.
Ooh, okay. So we need to find. So we need to find Calder.
Suppose you would know, or have. I don't think I'm doing my accent right anymore. Do you have
Oh.
any idea where
What if-
Calder is?
I can wait. I can do a thing. I can try to find him, but I need something that we've all seen on him, or I've seen on him, that I can find.
What if we all really just pretend like we don't want to see him, and then I feel like he will show up? If we all just really don't want to see Calder right now, that's typically when he pops up out of nowhere.
Is there something that I noticed on Calder that he wears all the time, that I've seen him wear all the time?
I mean, his glasses.
we could probably
Ooh,
find some hairs in his carriage.
I need an object more than I need hairs.
You need to hold the object, or like think
No,
about
I
the
just need to.
object?
I just need to think about the object.
Oh yeah, so he's a bespectacled man. Just
All right.
Well, he wears the sunglasses, the little Lennon type sunglasses.
At night.
At night. He does wear them at
I'll
night.
wear my
Absolutely wears them
sunglasses
at night.
at night. All right. I'm going to cast locate object, and it's going to be on Calder's sunglasses.
Okay.
It's within 1,000 feet of me, and I
can't
know
wait for us
which
to feel
direction
that
it
way.
is in.
He's
It's
probably in another dimension.
if the object
I
is
just
in
saw the DM smile.
I have to
If-
measure. Hang on.
if the object is in motion, you know the object. Wait, if the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement.
I have to measure. Hang on. 1,000 feet.
oh god,
1,000 feet of you.
he's fucking gone.
And it lasts-
He's left.
He's running. Oh my god.
What a bitch.
I think Darby is right. He is running. No.
So
I'll
you
chase
focus on the image of those glasses that you've seen him wear as a favorite accessory. And within 1,000 feet, you do not get a response.
Dang it!
Wonderful.
Fucking running.
Wonderful.
We're gonna need you to walk
Excellent.
1,000 feet to the 4 points of the compass and cast
I
the
mean-
spell again.
I mean, it lasts 10 minutes, so if I start moving,
Yeah, just yeah.
Fuck.
We...
That's Christine. That's not Brynn. That's Christine going, fuck!
Fuck, that's Relm going fuck.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
So
Solace
perhaps...
looks sadly towards where food is served, like towards the dining room.
I will tell you all that I can't sense him.
So... Fuck that guy, specifically, actually. For many reasons. I personally will be doing no more business with what's his fuck. I don't care about him. He could be on fire and die. I don't care. Anyway.
Solace is just watching Darby go off, like...
Like, it's because I don't... Anyway.
Relm,
Send him another message. But it's going to be the last message.
I will eat an angry pocket sausage from Relm. And I will...
Yeah.
He said he would
disgusting.
find us, and I still have some kind of trust in his words and what he says.
If he's
I
not
will
within
go
1,000
for a
feet
pocket
of us,
sausage.
he's gone.
I will give Solace a pocket sausage as well.
In these trying times.
In these trying times.
Alright.
It just...
With 1,000 feet! He's not within 1,000 feet of us. That's
So-
ridiculous.
Well,
What are you
I
doing?
mean,
well,
Going to be
Starkey
very angry.
is the security. Perhaps he knows if someone left and maybe what direction, so we can hunt him down.
I mean, we have
I'm
somewhere to
going
be
to
in an
go-
hour now.
I'm going to go to wherever... I'm going to try to find a stable where the horses are kept.
Okay.
We're gonna follow you. We're following you. Or I'm following you. Because we gotta be a place in an hour.
Okay. So you're all heading out to the stables?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, see if his horse is there.
Is that the beautiful
Bellina,
paint
Bella-
horse? Is Bellissima, that beautiful
Bellissima.
paint horse? Is she there?
Okay. So you find the stables
Not there.
on the south side of the city. It's rather large and spacious. There are probably a handful of horses boarded here now, as well
Yeah.
as a couple carriages that are parked off to the side that look like they've been cleaned off and given a good sweeping. As you investigate the horses in attendance, you do find Iamont, and you also find Bellissima.
Wonderful.
See?
He's in
Excellent.
another plane.
Okay.
He could
I don't
be.
know. I don't know. Well, my sending spell does work over planes. I don't...
I am satisfied
Wait.
with...
Does it
Can
take
also
10
be
minutes to get to
really
this place? Like, is my spell still active by the time we get here? And are we
I'd
any
say-
closer to him?
It would still be active, but you're still not getting anything.
Motherfucker!
Darby, can you do an investigation check real quick?
Sure.
Or
Guidance.
perception, your preference.
Guidance.
It's okay, I rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
Okay. So as you spot Bellissima and Aemond sort of stabled side by side, you notice pinned to Aemond to the stall outside of his stable is a little bag and a scroll.
I will take them and I will read this scroll.
The Darby, hold on a minute now.
No,
You know
I've
what?
already-
Last time you read a
No, I've
scroll, let me
already
read the scroll this
touched it.
time. Let
I'm
me
going to
read
get
it.
you little mitten.
You go too last time.
You can read the scroll, but I'm taking the bag.
Okay. So Darby takes the bag, and Vaughn takes the scroll.
Okay.
What does it say?
Yeah, don't keep us waiting.
Jesus!
That was not Realm.
Dearest and most capable heroes of Ormshire, as I'm sure you can guess, I am a very busy man with very many things to attend to and needed to depart independently for a meeting. Worry not, I've not gone far and I do not intend to return and I do intend to return, and yes, I will miss you too. I understand you will likely be questioning the whereabouts of your pay, and I promise the full amount will be yours as agreed. To tide you over and ease any hurt feelings over my disappearance, within this purse you will find half the amount promised, with the other half to be paid as soon as I make my safe return. I shall see you all shortly. Please still your beating heart until my inevitable return and warm welcome. Yours most sincerely, Calder S. Monaghan.
I still don't like him.
No, me neither.
I knew this would be fine.
I'm sure you did,
Nick.
but I was worried.
And if
Darby,
it
what's in
did
the
not-
bag?
if it ended up not being fine, then I would simply have to show him when we did meet him again that I can punch through magic bullshit.
Yeah, all right. That's fair enough.
But-
Darby,
Yeah,
what's in the
I
bag?
knew it would not come to that.
I have faith in you. What is in the bag? I'm going to open the bag and
So-
look into it.
You open the bag and you're looking at a large sum, like it's a heavy bag of gold.
Oh, hey, perhaps I'm going to just close it and like hold it very tightly, very close to my chest. Perhaps we should go back to our room now, and then we can talk about what's in the bag.
Do we have time?
We have like a little bit of time. I have to go get Ursa. I'm not going to leave her.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. We can go back to the room.
I'm going to give both of our horses a little pat on the head, and then I'm running back to the room.
And then
I'm
reach
going to
out
go
through the
give
bag.
Iamon a kiss in the center of his little head.
Okay. You
And then we'll head back to
share
the room.
some affectionate farewells with the steeds and return to your dorm. You find it largely undisturbed. No changes that you notice immediately. And
Okay,
Isra is sleeping quite soundly by the window.
Oh, she's so cute when she sleeps. Anyway, I guess I will very slowly start divvying up this 3,000 gold.
Yes, you do find 3,000 gold pieces.
Between the five of us.
So that would
Some
be
of them
six-
are contained in platinum.
600
it's
bucks.
Not just a full handful of gold.
Okay.
It's probably about a few pieces of platinum and the rest in gold.
So we each get 600 gold or whatever many platinum and then gold.
Okay.
As long as it equals 600.
Okay.
Yes,
I
long and
think-
short of it, you each get 600 gold.
I can buy a bag. I can buy a bag now.
I can buy those fancy earmuffs. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, y'all. My closing employee had like some guy banging on the window and caused
Oh.
a scene.
Neat.
So I called the police.
Good.
Okay.
Holy shit.
I'm sending someone to escort you to your car.
Yeah,
so
that's insane.
Yeah, well, apparently he had left his keys in the store. So, and she was there, like, she's there by herself in the back, and she's got the safe open. So she told him, as soon as I finish up with what I'm doing, I will give you your keys. And that wasn't good enough, and they were just banging on the door, and yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, that was kind of an emergency. I apologize.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
No,
No
you're
worries.
good. No,
No
you're
worries.
fine. You got 600 gold ish.
You got
600
600 gold.
monies.
Oh, I thought we
Yay!
were gonna
Wait,
speak
did we
for sure,
find
so she
did we
wasn't
find
either.
Calder?
He is not within range of me.
He
At
left
all.
a note and a bag of
Left a note.
3,000 gold stuck to the fucking stall on the stable.
Read the note again. Read the note again so that Laura knows the fabulous
What
note.
a nice town
This
that stayed
mother
there. long.
effer.
Yeah. Christ.
Read the note.
Yeah, reread the note.
Read the note.
You have a beautiful voice, Vaughn. Read the note.
I will copy paste it.
Damn it!
There.
Aw, I was waiting.
I too was waiting very intensely, and then I'll
I
copy
just
and
don't
paste
know
it.
how much more time we have left, you know?
Mhm.
So
Oh, we have like 20 minutes. I'm going to
Yeah,
take the box out of my bag, and I'm gonna sit on my knees on the floor, and I'm gonna put the box in front of me, and then look to everybody.
I thought you were going to talk to your mother first.
It is a possibility, yes. I think that I'm going to try. But We only have an hour, though.
I don't think we should do this right now.
No.
Because we probably have less than an hour because we went to the stable and then we came here and then we have to get to the east gate. So I don't think we should do anything right now. Like, I think we should help Eowyn with what they're doing.
Okay.
And then tonight we can maybe do other things when we get back. Or whenever we get back.
All right.
Because if there is a warrior soul trapped in there, we don't have time to fight it right now.
We don't have time to fight it right now.
I'm going to tuck it back in my bag. Back in my bag.
Going to pull out a pocket sausage and
That's
place it.
disgusting.
And then going to go gently scoop my sleeping bird up and hold her gently like hamburger and offer her a pocket sausage.
Wake up, you pocket sausage.
Okay. So you have your snacks, you have your birds. You headed out to the east gate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's get go go go.
Okay. You find as you leave the academy that the east gate is actually within eyeshot. The settlement itself is very small, and the academy makes up most of it. There's but a few buildings that sort of lay between you and where that gate is, and there is a clear path to it. As you approach the gate, you again spot Eowyn. This time they are decked out in completely polished white, full plate armor. They are carrying a large shield that takes up probably about half of their body, and a blue-white spear that is sort of thrown casually over their shoulder. They are chatting a little bit awkwardly with a guard, in that both are making small talk because they're standing there, but both are not super eager to be talking. So much so that when Eowyn spots you, they look towards you, and they're no longer wearing the glasses, but their face kind of lights up with a very grateful smile and says, "Oh, you're a little bit early."
We finished
Does that
what we
mean
needed
we
to
shall
very
leave
early. Oh.
No, go for it.
I was just saying we finished up what we needed to finish up.
We're very punctual.
Yes.
I can see that, and I appreciate it truly. It's good. I'm glad you're here. Now, we can leave. I told you it won't be very long of a walk, and I hope it'll be quiet. But you know, the woods are sometimes a wee bit tricky, so be ready for anything. Are you all packed and ready for anything?
Ready for anything and everything.
I'm always ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Well, if that's everything, let's be off.
Yes.
And they'll turn and start to lead the way into the Wishing Woods. The trees kind of loom over your heads, and again you're reminded, no longer protected by the walls of Ashenhurst, that there is something a little bit otherworldly about this place. The canopy above you is so tightly interwoven that it shields much of the sunlight from breaking through and washes the ground in a very gentle green glow. Eowyn walks at the head of your party, quite casually and humming to themselves while looking up towards that green filtered light. It is barely a half hour into your walk that they suddenly stop. They bring their shield up and flip their spear off of their shoulder and instead hold it at the ready. And they assume a position directly in front of you and say, "Be still. Be quiet. I can hear something."
Pointing out my crossbow, being very quiet.
We have our
down like a little bit.
We have our staff ready, and we are also being very still and quiet.
just is literally always ready, always has his hands equipped.
Thank God.
So as you are all stood still and waiting,
Are there trees like very, very, very close to us? Like within like 5 feet?
trees?
Yeah.
Probably not within 5 feet, but there are trees that frame the pathway.
No. I was told not to move. Not gonna move.
Okay. So you all hold positions, and after a few seconds of agonizing silence, there is a small circle of red light that blooms in the dirt of the path, maybe 30 feet ahead of you. And slowly ascending from it is this tall, lanky, ghoulish figure with blue-green skin, a maw full of sharp razor teeth, long, blood-stained claws, and a small little barbed tail that is just so cute.
Now I'm gonna
Cute.
go run off and hide. Now I'm gonna try hide behind a tree.
They rise from the portal in the dirt and lift their head, opening their mouth while a long snake-like tongue sort of waves out from its jaw, and it hisses quietly, but you hear the hiss inside your skulls, not quite out loud. And they raise their hand and point directly to where Awen stands, stood firm behind their shield. And you begin to hear rustling in the trees.
Oh,
And I need
God.
everybody to do an initiative check.
Wee-hoo. Oh, that's bad.
That was absolutely awful, and I super have to pee.
Well, this actually might be a good spot to call it because we're at the top of
Okay.
combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna just put my initiative in the chat. It's
Yeah,
super
mine
expensive,
too.
don't worry.
Roll for initiative, post it in the chat, and then we'll come back and start the next session at the top of it.
Yes.
Oops.
It seems like Darby was not, in fact, ready.
Darby
man.
maybe was daydreaming about pocket sausages and wasn't as ready as they said they were.
This
Look,
is why you don't put
sometimes-
sausages in your pocket.
Sometimes we all dream of pocket sausage.
That's true. And sometimes
I
you're not
don't.
as ready as you say.
I don't dream about pocket sausage.
And if you had a pocket full of sausage, then you wouldn't have to daydream about it.
I don't. I don't daydream about pocket sausages.
You
say
really
that.
say pocket sausages a lot for somebody who doesn't care about
I
pocket
don't.
sausages.
I don't dream
About
about
pocket
pocket
sausages.
sausages. And in the
Simply
pocket
do not care.
sausages. And in the...
In your dream tonight, you're gonna be doing whatever you're doing, and then you're gonna be like, "What are these oil stains on my pants?"
I don't. Joke's on you. I don't have
Sorry,
pants.
did you just ask what are those stains on your pants? Is that what you did, Ethan?
Oil
Is that what
stains.
you
I
did?
didn't specify.
Right.
Joke's on you. I don't
Physical
wear
activity.
pants.
All right, so that's it for this session. We'll pick up the next one at
Yeah.
the top of combat.
Yay!
Good luck.
Oh,
with
they
that.
spoopy.
All
I
right,
can
I will
take you.
That's fun.
Yeah.
see y'all next time. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Have good sleeps if you're going to sleep. Have a good work day at work tomorrow when you have to go to work.
5 a.m., baby.
5 a.m., baby.
Oh boy.
That's early, most of my start time. Anyways, all right, bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.